ruler which actually admits that the Hindu place of worship was changed into a mosque by use of force and violence. This was sometime in 1455 Common Era, 1455 AD. And these findings clearly suggest of the existence of a Hindu structure. Okay, these findings suggest that there was a Hindu structure which was destroyed, partly destroyed, defiled, and then on those remains a Muslim structure built up and which now passes off as the Kamal Mola Baksh Mosque. I am told Vishnu Shankar Jain has now joined, and very good evening to you, Vishnu Shankar Jain. You would have seen those findings which we have also put on air. Your first comments on this ASI survey report?
See, the ASI has conducted the survey in a very professional and clinical manner. This report has been running into 2,000 pages. The report has been filed after survey conducted after 98 days. And the report, the most important features of this report are that the ASI has held that there was a pre-existing structure and same remains were damaged and reused in the present structure to give it a shape of a mosque. The second most important piece is that the brick structure, so far as ASI was giving the finding on brick structure, ASI has said that the brick structure can be dated back to 10th to 11th century of Parmar period. The third important feature is the ASI has found an inscription in the so-called mosque of Sharda Sadan, which is Ma Saraswati Sadan. In the this inscription has been found. Then inscriptions, sculptures were later modified and converted into a mosque. This also ASI has found. Apart from that, large inscriptions of Hindu temple, Hindu deities are found in this survey. There are large size of inscriptions of Sanskrit which are found. Pillars of temples were reused and figures of deities and humans were mutilated. This is also one of the findings of the ASI. And very important feature I want to tell at paragraph 50 of this report, where ASI has said, and this inscription has been found where it shows that a Hindu temple was demolished, and I'm just quoting, "The brave man reached from center of religion in this old monastery with crowd of people together, destroyed the effigies of idols, made this temple into mosque violently." These are verses 17-18 of inscription Khilji King Muhammad Shah. So this is the very important feature, and this inscription is of 1455 century.
Right. So Vishnu Shankar Jain, if it is that clear, how do things go from here? Like in the court, I believe you would have petitioned, you have petitioned that the matter should be expedited. Where are we heading after this?
See, it's very clear, the legal regime is very, very clear. As per section 16 of the ASI Act 1958, it is mentioned that the ASI is not going to do anything in a particular structure which is against its religious character if a particular structure is a place of shrine. So here the ASI had passed an order on 7th of April 2003, wherein ASI had asked the Hindu parties to offer prayer on every Tuesday, and they had asked the Muslim side to offer namaz from 1 to 3 p.m. on every Friday. So it is this order of 7th of April 2003 which we had challenged before the Indore High Court by way of a writ petition, and our prayer before the Indore High Court is that this order is completely erroneous and illegal, and therefore the Honorable Indore High Court, after hearing both the parties to decide the religious character, had asked the ASI to submit a report. After detailed survey, the ASI has submitted a report. So I am very hopeful that in the near future, through judicial process, we will regain the original character of Bhojshala.
Vishnu Shankar Jain, my question is that this is almost like a repeat of what has happened in Gyanvapi. But despite the ASI report, the matter remains contested, and it's gone right up to the Supreme Court, back to the trial court, via the High Court, back to the Supreme Court, back and forth between all levels of judiciary, and it might go on for years for all we know. Similarly, in the case of Ayodhya, we had seen from the time that the ASI report came in sometime in early 2000s to the time that the final verdict came in Supreme Court in 2019. You think this is only a very small beginning and it might be years and years before any conclusion could be had?
See, a very interesting question you have asked, and this is the question which I am asked time and again. Let me give you an example. Today, if you study and research, and I know I know that you have already done it, but I'm just saying it for the sake of clarity. If we analyze the issue of Jerusalem from past 2000 years, the issue of Jerusalem could never be solved by any institution or any big nation or any judiciary. It is the power of the Indian judiciary that Ram Temple dispute was solved by the Indian judiciary through a democratic process, even though after 70 years. So I am hopeful that we have started the legal process. No lawyer or no one can predict that how much a legal process will take time, but definitely we have a good case. We have done all the exercise so far as bringing the evidences is concerned, and we are hopeful that in the near future we will get justice, even if in this era or in future era no one can predict the time, but definitely the Indian judiciary has the power to solve these kind of civilizational disputes, and Ram Mandir is an example for the entire world, not just for this country, for the entire world, that a civilizational dispute can be solved in a democratic process, by way of a democratic process, by way of a legal process, in a democratic setup.
Vishnu Shankar Jain, my next question is that while you might have a good case on Bhojshala, what was available in the case of Ram Temple and is not in this case is the exception of the Places of Worship Act. In that case, does it not really sort of dilute your case, even if you say you have a strong case after this report?
Definitely, I would like to answer this question. As per Section 4, Subclause 3, Subclause A of the Places of Worship Act 1991, please appreciate this argument. The Places of Worship Act itself says that this act will not apply if any monument is a ASI protected monument. And let me tell you that the ASI has declared Bhojshala as an ancient protected monument in 1951. So as per the ASI Act itself, Places of Worship Act is not applicable. As per the Places of Worship Act Section 4, Subclause 3, Subclause A, the Places of Worship Act is not applicable in this case.
Oh, if you're confident, then obviously your case is strong, Vishnu Shankar Jain. I have run out of time for this conversation, but of course we'll keep close track of all developments on this issue building up there in Bhojshala, Madhya Pradesh. Thank you so much, Vishnu Shankar Jain, for joining us with those updates. And we move on to another exclusive element in a story that has captivated the nation for the last couple of years. Remember, friends, in 2020, Sushant Singh Rajput, the actor, was found dead in his apartment on 14th of June. But what was missed at that time was that just about a week before, his manager, Disha Salyan, had also died under very mysterious circumstances. The case was closed in 2021 by the Uddhav Thackeray government, has been reopened by the present government of Mahayuti in December of last year, and investigation has picked up pace. Let's look at some details of what has happened over the last few days. Then I come back on the other side. Very important person connected with the case, Ganesh Hiwarkar, on the other side of this package.
4 years since the death of Disha Salyan. 4 years since the death of Sushant Singh Rajput. The investigation is finally gathering momentum. 3 days after Nitish Rane was summoned to record his statement.
Nitish.
Yeah.
Nitish, tomorrow you will be going to the police station to give some proof and to submit your evidence or give your statement. Now, I want to know, why has it taken you so long? One. And if you have, what are these? You have pictures and videos, why have you not made them public so far?
Yeah, now you clearly know during the Mahavikas Aghadi government, they were hell-bent in trying to cover the case for very obvious reasons. And they very well know during the Mahavikas Aghadi government, it was a case of murder. It was not a case of suicide. 8 June, Disha Salyan was murdered. And, the reason why all this is taking its own time, because you very well know that during the 2.5 years back, the Mahavikas Aghadi government went away. Now there is a different government in the state. The SIT was formed, everything was done, inquiries have begun, and I think now eventually the ball has come to my court, where I will be called for a statement.
Sushant Singh Rajput's friend has now been summoned.
मैं सारे
ठीक है।
फोटोज पुलिस को दूंगा, क्योंकि अभी सरकार चेंज हो गई मैडम। उस समय मैं दे सकता था, सीबीआई को मैंने जरूर दिया था पहले।
क्या उसके बाद सीबीआई का कोई आपको समन आया, फिर कोई स्टेटमेंट ऐसे रिकॉर्ड किया गया था?
नहीं, सीबीआई को स्टेटमेंट मैंने दिया था और सीबीआई ने स्टेटमेंट का, हाँ, सीबीआई ने मेरे को एक वो भी दिया था, लेटर भी दिया था मेरे को।
The Mumbai police is finally waking up.
We at Republic are asking a 5 unanswered question. Were Disha calls fully investigated? Who all were at the party Disha attended? What happened on the night of Disha's death? Why did Disha parents change statement? Is there any pressure on the parents of Disha Salyan?
And the big question remains, how much longer until the truth is uncovered?
All right, very pertinent questions there being asked by Republic Network. Remember, we chased this story hardest after Sushant Singh Rajput was found dead in his apartment in Mumbai, and subsequently, of course, the connections with the Disha Salyan death. In fact, Ganesh Hiwarkar, who happened to be at that time the choreographer of Sushant Singh Rajput, is joining us live. Very good evening, Ganesh. और हमें जानकारी मिल रही है कि आप कल मलवानी पुलिस के पास शायद जाने वाले हैं, आपको समन किया गया है। आप क्या बताने वाले हैं पुलिस को? क्या आप जानते हैं ऐसा जिससे कि दिशा सल्यान केस में पुलिस को इन्वेस्टिगेशन में मदद मिल सकती है?
जी जी, मुझे कल मतलब आज मुझे फोन आया, तो पहले तो बांद्रा पुलिस स्टेशन से आया, फिर उसके बाद मुझे मालवनी पुलिस स्टेशन से भी आया कि आपके पास कोई इंफॉर्मेशन है, क्योंकि नितेश राणे ने कोई एक रिकॉर्डिंग दिया था, ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग, जिसके बारे में मेरी आवाज थी। तो उन्होंने कहा कि आपकी आवाज है तो आप यहाँ पे आके इंफॉर्मेशन दीजिए। तो मैंने कहा कि ठीक है, मैं कोई इंफॉर्मेशन जो भी मेरे पास है, मैं सुशांत के बारे में या दिशा के बारे में जो भी मैं जो मैंने बोला है बताऊंगा आपको, कोई उसमें कोई इशू नहीं है। और ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मैंने सीबीआई को भी दिया, और जो मेरे पास एविडेंस थे, जितने सारे एविडेंस थे, मैंने सीबीआई को भी दिया। और मुंबई पुलिस के ऊपर पहले मेरे को बिल्कुल ही विश्वास नहीं था, क्योंकि मुंबई पुलिस ने बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम किया था सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के केस में पहले, क्योंकि वो आदित्य ठाकरे को बचाना चाहते थे। ये क्लियर था कि आदित्य ठाकरे को बचाना चाहते थे पहले, लेकिन अब सरकार बदल गई है, तो हमें विश्वास है इस सरकार के ऊपर, इसीलिए हमने अब हम विश्वास कर सकते हैं मुंबई पुलिस के ऊपर, क्योंकि सरकार बदल गई।
तो आप क्या बताने वाले हैं कल पुलिस को?
कल मैं मुंबई पुलिस को पूरी की पूरी एसआईटी की जांच की टीम हुई है दिशा सालियान के केस में, तो मैं जितना भी मेरे पास है मैं सारी चीजें बताऊंगा। मुझे बिल्कुल भरोसा है, क्योंकि सरकार बदल गई है इसलिए भरोसा है। सरकार नहीं बदलती तो मुझे बिल्कुल भरोसा नहीं होता।
ये जो ऑडियो टेप की आप बात कर रहे हैं कि इसमें आपका जिक्र है, क्या ये आपका डायरेक्ट कॉन्वर्सेशन है या आपका नाम मेंशन किया गया है?
नहीं, मैं एक्चुअली मैं आपको बता देता हूँ एक बात, कि मेरे ऊपर एक अटैक हुआ था, जिस बारे में मैं हेल्प लेने के लिए गया था नीतीश राणे के पास, नीतीश जी के पास गया था। नीतीश जी ने खुद मुझे बुलाया था, तो मैं वहां गया था, तो उन्होंने मुझे बुलाया था। तो उसके बाद उन्होंने वो ऑडियो रिकॉर्ड किया, और वो रिकॉर्ड करने के बाद उन्होंने जब उनको समन किया गया तो वो गए कि नहीं पता नहीं मुझे, लेकिन उन्होंने मुंबई पुलिस को वो रिकॉर्डिंग भेजा। तो मुझे मुंबई पुलिस ने फोन किया कि ऐसा रिकॉर्डिंग आपका मेरे पास आया है, हमारे पास आया है, तो आप इस बारे में बात करिए। तो मैंने बोला ठीक है, मैं आता हूँ, कोई बात नहीं है।
तो इस ऑडियो में आप नीतीश जी को क्या बता रहे हैं, नीतीश राणे को?
मैंने जो बोला है इस ऑडियो में सारी चीजें बोली है जो मैं जानता हूँ सुशांत केस के बारे में, और कुछ फोटोज मेरे पास है जिस बारे में मुझे 9 जून को राजेश करके एक इंसान है जिन्होंने मुझे फोटोज भेजे थे, क्योंकि सर उस समय सुशांत का मर्डर नहीं हुआ था, तो इतना बड़ा हाईलाइट केस नहीं था। तो राजेश करके एक फ्रेंड है, तो सिंगर है, उन्होंने मेरे को एक फोटोज कुछ भेजे थे और वो फोटोज मेरे पास थे। तो मैंने देख के मैं एक शॉक हो गया, क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सारे ऐसे फोटोज है, ऐसे लोगों के फोटोज है इसमें, जिसमें बहुत सारी चीजें हैं सर। बहुत सारी चीजें इसमें।
ये फोटोज कब की हैं गणेश? ये कब की फोटोज हैं? किस दिन की फोटोज?
ये 9 जून की फोटोज है सर। 8 जून की रात को,
जिस समय ये पार्टी चल रही थी दिशा सलियान के घर में, उस समय के पार्टी के फोटोज।
सर एक्चुअली क्या हुआ, मैं आपको बता देता हूँ। मैं अपनी जान की भी सेफ्टी चाहता हूँ, इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ। 8 जून को ये दिशा सालियान का मर्डर हुआ। तो उस समय दिशा ने कुछ लोगों को बुलाया था अपने मतलब काम के लिए, कि चलो तुमको भी काम मिल जाएगा, क्योंकि बड़े बड़े लोग उस पार्टी में इन्वॉल्व थे। हेलो
जी, कंप्लीट करें आप अपनी बात।
हाँ, तो उन्होंने एक राजेश करके मेरे फ्रेंड है, उनको भी बुलाया था
इस पार्टी में।
हाँ, तो वो पार्टी में गए और ये 8 साढ़े 8 बजे की बात है। तो उन्होंने वो वहां गए राजेश जी, और उन्होंने वो फोटो खींचे।
तो क्या गणेश, मैं आखिरी सवाल पूछ रहा हूं आपसे, क्या आप ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि दिशा सालियान के साथ जो लोग थे उस समय पार्टी में 8 जून को, उनकी जो मृत्यु हुई उससे पहले, उनसे शायद आपने बात करी है और आपको ऐसा लगता है कि कोई भी माहौल ऐसा नहीं था जिससे लगे कि दिशा सलियान आत्महत्या करेंगी?
नहीं सर, मैंने बात नहीं किया। मैं आपको क्लियर कट बताना चाहता हूं। मेरे को 9 जून को सुबह फोटो मिले कुछ
जी,
और मेरे को फोटो मिले तो, क्योंकि दिशा के साथ मैंने 1-2 बार ही मैं मिला हूं उसको, मेरा कोई कन्वर्सेशन नहीं था दिशा के साथ, मेरा नॉर्मली कन्वर्सेशन था। तो राजेश ने मेरे को फोटो भेजी।
ये फोटो आप कल लेके जाएंगे मुंबई मलवानी पुलिस के पास?
मैं इसीलिए लाइव आया हूं सर। आप मुझे बताइए, मैं लेके जाऊं कि नहीं लेके जाऊं?
ये तो आपको निर्णय करना है कि ये एविडेंस जो है वो दिशा सलियान को न्याय दिलवाएगा कि नहीं।
मुझे आप बताइए सर, कि उद्धव ठाकरे की सरकार में कितनी सीटें हैं? नहीं
गणेश जी, मेरे ख्याल से ये अगर एविडेंस है और इससे अगर पुलिस को मदद मिलती है।
एविडेंस है सर, लेकिन मुझे एक बात बताइए, उद्धव ठाकरे की सरकार में 8 सीटें हैं और एकनाथ शिंदे और देवेंद्र फडणवीस की कम है।
नहीं, सरकार तो इस समय एकनाथ शिंदे की है ना, पर ठीक है, ये आपका निर्णय है गणेश हिवारकर। कल आप पुलिस के पास जाने वाले हैं और
नहीं, मैं जाऊंगा जरूर सर, लेकिन मुझे एक भरोसा चाहिए।
मेरे ख्याल से सरकार जो है वो गणेश हिवारकर, ये सरकार जो है वो देख रही होगी और सरकार आपको सुन भी रही होगी। मैं समझता हूं आपको आश्वस्त रहना चाहिए।
इंडियन न्यूज चैनल पे 100% भरोसा है
और सरकार पे भी आपको भरोसा होना चाहिए। थैंक यू सो मच गणेश हिवारकर फॉर जॉइनिंग अस, बिकॉज दीज आर इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्वर्सेशंस, इंपॉर्टेंट डिटेल्स, एंड होपफुली you would be, Ganesh Hivarkar would obviously be appearing before the Malwani police tomorrow, and as I mentioned friends, these are some facts which police ought to know, should know, and hopefully it would add to the ongoing investigation reopened after the change of government in Mumbai. On that note, we slip into a short break, but on the other side, woke media calls
Liberals
Trump attack.
downplayed Trump assassination bid. Woke media calls Trump attack a shooting. Is left-wing extremism taking a violent form? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Ключевым вопросом является обеспечение безопасности региона в целом и людей. Мы это обязательно сделаем, мы добьемся этого, сомнений нет никаких. Вижу и такие вещи, на которые нельзя не обращать внимания, связанные с тоже безопасностью. Это прежде всего, конечно, безопасность атомной электростанции Запорожской. Требует особого внимания с нашей стороны и, к сожалению, не привлекает внимания со стороны тех людей и тех сил, которые киевский режим поддерживает сегодня. Об этом еще вспомним, об этом еще поговорим не один раз.
Российской Федерации выполняются все обязательства, которые прописаны конституционно перед гражданами. Все выплаты выплачиваются в полном объеме. И, естественно, люди не могут этого не замечать. Соответственно, социологические исследования показывают, что поддержка правительства, президента, партии «Единая Россия», которая является тоже драйвером на нашей территории, очень высокая, более 80%.
मैंने कोई जिद बहस नहीं की, वहाँ पे लेडीज कांस्टेबल नहीं होती है, तो जहाँ लेडीज कांस्टेबल नहीं होती हमें भी पता।
As Disha Salayan, that probe gathers pace, Nitesh Rane seeks change in officer who will record his statement. Sushant Singh Rajput's friend Ganesh Hiwarkar summoned by Mumbai police to record his statement tomorrow. AIMPLB says Sharia is above constitutional law, will challenge Supreme Court ruling on maintenance for Muslim women.
AIMPLB वही तुष्टिकरण के भाईजान है जिसको कांग्रेस, MIM और अन्य इंडी अलायंस के दल जो है वो उसे पोषण देते हैं.
As Indie leaders rally support behind AIMPLB, BJP ups the ante. He asks why is opposition against women.
आपके पिता फरार है, आपके पिता फरार है, इस पे क्या कहेंगे?
नहीं, आप जो भी कहेंगे मैं वही आपको फिर से कह रही हूँ कि इस इशू में मैं अभी कमेंट नहीं कर सकती. द सिविल सर्विस रूल्स डू नॉट परमिट.
लेकिन आपके परिवार
स्पीक ऑन दिस.
Facing backlash for high-handedness, Republic Conference VVIP IAS trainee Pooja Khetkar, but she evades the questions. US President Joe Biden orders independent review of the security measures at the Pennsylvania rally that had Trump shot at. Well, trouble for actor Rakulpreet Singh. Her brother Amanpreet Singh has been apprehended by police in a drugs case. He's one of the 13 consumers as accused by the police, and it seems like happened in Hyderabad. I'm told Aneri is joining us live on the story. Aneri, over to you. Please tell us, was there a party, a rave party or something from where these arrests have been made, including that of Rakul Preet's brother? What details can you share about the case?
Well, Abhishek, what we are seeing is that the Telangana Anti-Narcotics Department and Cyberabad Police has conducted raids when they got incredible information that a foreign national linked from other country and also people have been apprehended. Well, this was not a rave party or anything, but yes, this was a drug case which was busted by the Cyberabad Police and also Anti-Narcotics Department, where they have seized near about 199 grams of cocaine, and also at the same time they have apprehended 2 foreign nationals and 3 locals from here, and also at the same time talking about the main kingpin of this, the police officials say that he's still absconding, but one lady has been arrested in this case who was traveling from Delhi to Hyderabad, and then based on that information they had raided one of the residents where they were the dealers of this were supposed to hold a meeting, and following which we see that the 13 consumers' name have also come to light, in which Rakul Preet Singh's brother Aman Preet Singh is also named, and he is also apprehended by the police officials. Well, police say that he is tested positive because he is one of the consumers. Now police has apprehended him, and further investigation will be taken up into this matter. But yes, he is one of the consumers, is what the police says.
All right. Thank you so much, Aneri, with those details. Trouble for Rakul Preet, brother Aman Preet, apprehended by Hyderabad police. Moving on, another important story coming in. Jammu is in a state of high alert after 2 armed suspects were seen near a vital army installation in Akhnur. A local woman spotted the suspects last night in the Dhumi area, approximately 250 meters from the army base. In response, joint security forces have launched a massive manhunt to locate those suspects. This area, close to the international border, is a known infiltration route. Here's a ground report filed by Gursimran.
Security forces have launched a massive search operation after 2 armed suspects were seen very close to the vital installation of the Indian Army. The Jammu and Kashmir Police, the Special Operations Group, along with the Indian Army, have launched the searches, and we are on the Jammu-Poonch National Highway where the search operation has been launched in the Akhnur area. The Indian Army, the CRPF, Jammu and Kashmir Police, and the Special Operations Group all are part of this search operation that has been launched after 2 suspected armed individuals were seen by a woman, and that was reported to the Jammu and Kashmir Police, post which the operation has been launched and the searches are underway in the area. This comes at a time when there are heightened terror threat in the Jammu region. This entire area, which is close to the key installation of the Indian Army, has been put on the highest of alertness, and a thorough search is being conducted in the entire area of the Akhnur as well as the Garota area, where the senior officials of the Jammu and Kashmir Police and the Army are also present, and now the operations are on to manhunt for those suspects that were seen here along with the arms and ammunition.
All right, let's look at some more stories in a wrap from across the country. Bharat in 5 minutes. The Jammu and Kashmir administration has decided yet again to allow the Muharram procession from the traditional route in Srinagar from Guru Bazar to Dal Lake. Till 2022, the procession was banned by authorities owing to law and order situation in J&K since 1989. However, last year, the Lieutenant Governor had given the go-ahead, which prompted thousands of Shia mourners to participate in the procession peacefully. An order by District Magistrate of Srinagar, Dr. Bilal Mohinuddin Bhatt, stated that after considering the Shia leaders' application about allowing the processions through traditional routes, the administration has decided to let that happen on 8th of Muharram. Additionally, the District Commissioner said the arrangements have been made much better than before, adding that the security has been beefed up in parts of J&K.
इस बार इंतजामात जो है उससे बहुत बेहतर किए हैं, चाहे वो पीने के पानी से रिलेटेड हो या हेल्थ फैसिलिटी से रिलेटेड हो। डीसी साहब ने भी आपने देखा होगा कि रात को सारी चीज़ें एक बार फिर से रिव्यू की है। इस चीज़ को सभी मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं, चाहे ऑनरेबल एलजी हो, सीएस साहब हो, सभी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस ने भी इसमें बहुत अहम भूमिका निभाई है। और ये जो आज हो रहा है ये डिविडेंड है पीस प्रोसेस का, जो आप कह सकते हो कि सब लोगों ने एक ऐसा माहौल बनाया है जिसकी वजह से ये सब डिसीजन लेने में आसानी रही।
Amid tightened security, another batch of pilgrims left for Amarnath Yatra from Pantha Chowk base camp today. Over this past 16 days, more than 300,000 devotees have participated in the ongoing Amarnath Yatra this year, according to officials. The first batch of pilgrims departed for the valley despite sporadic rain and thunderstorms along with the Yatra route. The previous day, over 15,000 enthusiastic pilgrims got opportunity to take darshan inside the sacred cave.
सब प्रेम शांति और अमन दोनों साथ में होना चाहिए, वही
एक साथ रहना चाहिए। बहुत आनंद आया, भगवान भोलेनाथ माँ पार्वती की कृपा से पूरा एकदम आनंद ही आनंद दिख रहा है। चारों तरफ से प्राकृतिक वातावरण भी बहुत सुंदर है, स्वच्छता है। भगवान से कामना करते हैं सभी की मनोकामनाएं पूरी करें।
चाहते यह है कि धरती का स्वर्ग जो कश्मीर है यह एकदम बढ़िया ढंग से फले और फूले और बाबा की कृपा बनी रहे, जिससे संपूर्ण देश के लोग आते रहें और दर्शन करते रहें।
Kerala is currently experiencing severe monsoon showers, with the Indian Meteorological Department forecasting heavy to extremely heavy rains for the next couple of days, particularly in the northern districts. The IMD has issued red alert in Malappuram, Kannur and Kasargod, indicating extremely heavy rainfall exceeding 200 mm in 24 hours. Owing to the bad weather conditions in Kerala, educational institutes have been shut. District administration has declared a holiday for all educational institutions, including professional colleges and Anganwadis in Kannur, Kozhikode, Thrissur, Ernakulam, Malappuram, Wayanad, etc. Despite the closures, public and university exams will proceed as scheduled, State Education Department officials said. Heavy downpour in Maharashtra has led to waterlogging in several parts. These visuals are from Maharashtra's Mumbai-Pune expressway, where the road is completely submerged. The vehicles navigate through knee-deep water. In the past 24 hours, Lonavala has received substantial 240 mm rainfall. A train collided with a car near Kharda station in West Bengal. The car was parked under a crossing gate and collided with a decelerating express train. No casualties were reported. According to railway spokesperson, the incident took place when the driver of the SUV disregarded the gateman's calls to stop as he was closing the level crossing gate. The car's rear side was hit by the approaching train's engine. The Eastern Railway lodged an FIR against the driver and asked the state police to initiate a case against him. In Behrunda district of Madhya Pradesh, a 19-year-old woman named Aarti was shot dead by a man who was allegedly her boyfriend. The incident occurred around 8 p.m. last night. The man allegedly entered the room of the woman and fired 3 shots in quick succession. The woman's mother was also shot. While the daughter was brought dead at the hospital, mother is being treated in a local hospital. The police are in search of the man while he's on the run. The TV show Simpsons has done it again. It has come to light that Simpsons in fact predicted the assassination attempt on former US President Donald Trump in one of their earlier episodes. This is, of course, not the first time that an episode based on real-life events on the show has come true. Here are details. Take a look.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart.
From fiction to reality. The Simpsons' history of making seemingly prescient predictions has now added a layer of intrigue to the ongoing discourse surrounding the shooting incident of Donald Trump. A user shared screenshots from a Simpsons episode suggesting that the show had foreseen Trump's shooting incident. There are 3 images doing the rounds on internet. Image 1 shows former President Trump delivering a speech. Image 2 shows him laying in a casket. And image 3 shows Trump staring at his image of laying in the casket. Simpsons seem to have truly predicted Trump surviving the assassination attempt. On Saturday morning, in Pennsylvania, at a poll campaign, 7 shots were fired at Donald Trump. Trump ducked for cover as the shots rang out, but rose soon after, clenching a defiant fist as he was escorted away. Earlier today, residents in California gathered in support of Trump.
We're celebrating that he lived. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he survived. He dodged a bullet literally. Like literally, if he had not moved that one millimeter, it would have got him, because they got him right here. So tell me where they were aiming. We know that they're trying to steal it from us, and they're going to do whatever they can to get rid of Trump. And so yesterday they tried. And so we're here to let them know that's not going to happen. We're not going to let that happen. We know, we see what's happening, and it's not going to happen under our watch.
So far, The Simpsons have made various such predictions. But could this also be a coincidence?
Announces verdict on the Muslim women to get maintenance. This landmark judgment now will be challenged by All India Muslim Personal Law Board in the top court, as they clearly says that Sharia is above Constitution. Constitutionally will follow Sharia law, and now they are going to challenge it constitutionally that Muslim women will not get the alimony. You are watching Republic TV. For all the exclusive, keep watching Republic TV. Time for slipping into a short break. After the other side of the break, we'll show you more exclusive on what is on this Supreme Court verdict.
Days after Pak court acquits Imran Khan, Pak government moves to ban Imran Khan's party. After IMF bailout, Pakistan's anti-democracy relapse. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m. Liberals downplay Trump assassination bid. Woke media calls Trump attack a shooting. Is left-wing extremism taking a violent form? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Pistachio presents cracking news of the hour.
Days after Pak court acquits Imran Khan, Pak government moves to ban Imran Khan's party. After IMF bailout, Pakistan's anti-democracy relapse. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Ключевым вопросом является обеспечение безопасности региона в целом и людей. Мы это обязательно сделаем, мы добьемся этого, сомнений нет никаких. Вижу и такие вещи, на которые нельзя не обращать внимания, связанные с тоже безопасностью. Это прежде всего, конечно, безопасность атомной электростанции Запорожской. Требует особого внимания с нашей стороны и, к сожалению, не привлекает внимания со стороны тех людей и тех сил, которые киевский режим поддерживает сегодня. Об этом еще вспомним, об этом еще поговорим не один раз.
день Российской Федерации выполняются все обязательства, которые прописаны конституционно перед гражданами. Все выплаты выплачиваются в полном объеме. И, естественно, люди не могут этого не замечать. Соответственно, социологические исследования показывают, что поддержка правительства, президента.
American Pistachio presents cracking news of the hour.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
インド太平洋地域においても、この中国や北朝鮮の動きなど、安全保障環境、ますます厳しくなっています。両国の安保、防衛協力も進展をしています。この夏には、ドイツ空軍機およびフリゲート艦が訪日し、
downplayed Trump assassination bid. Woke media calls Trump attack a shooting. Is left-wing extremism taking a violent form? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
This is the Republic Kitply Bio Bond Studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I'm Suesha Sawant. Let's get started.
Days after Pak court acquits Imran Khan, Pak government moves to ban Imran Khan's party. After IMF bailout, Pakistan's anti-democracy relapse. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Please give a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Faisal Malik and Mridul Sharma.
पेशेंस होना लाइफ में के लिए बहुत अच्छा पार्ट है. आप कुछ भी रहिए, आप मत पढ़िए, नहीं पढ़िए, कम पढ़िए, ज़्यादा पढ़िए, पर धैर्य आपके पास होना चाहिए. वो बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ है. और ऐसा नहीं होता कि ये नहीं हो पाएगा। आज के लोग जल्दी छोड़ देते हैं चीज़ों को, छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए, बेहिया की तरह पकड़े रहना चाहिए, देखा जाएगा।
Muslim board says no to alimony for women. AIM-PLB to challenge Supreme Court ruling on alimony. Sharia above Constitution for AIM-PLB debating tonight at 9 p.m. Liberals downplayed Trump assassination bid. Woke media calls Trump attack a shooting. Is left-wing extremism taking a violent form? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
This is Republic Kit Ply Biobond Studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar. Let's get started.
Days after Pak court acquits Imran Khan, Pak government moves to ban Imran Khan's party. After IMF bailout, Pakistan's anti-democracy relapse. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Security forces have launched a massive search operation after two armed suspects were seen very close to the vital installation of the Indian Army. The Jammu and Kashmir Police, the Special Operations Group, along with the Indian Army, have launched the searches, and we are on the Jammu-Poonch National Highway where the search operation has been launched in the Aknoor area. The Indian Army, the CRPF, Jammu and Kashmir Police, and the Special Operations Group all are part of this search operation that has been launched after two suspected armed individuals were seen by a woman, and that was reported to the Jammu and Kashmir Police post, which the operation has been launched and the searches are underway in the area. This comes at a time when there are heightened terror threat in the Jammu region. This entire area, which is close to the key installation of the Indian Army, has been put on the highest of alertness, and a thorough search is being conducted in the entire area of the Aknoor as well as the Garota area, where the senior officials of the Jammu and Kashmir Police and the Army are also present, and now the operations are on to manhunt for those suspects that were seen here along with the arms and ammunition.
Liberals downplayed Trump assassination bid. Woke media calls Trump attack a shooting. Is left-wing extremism taking a violent form? Debating tonight at 8 p.m. Days after Pak court acquits Imran Khan, Pak government moves to ban Imran Khan's party. After IMF bailout, Pakistan's anti-democracy relapse. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m. Liberals downplayed Trump assassination bid.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Primetime Max on the debate with Arnab. The front page of a Lutyens paper describes the conundrum that the liberals have about the Trump assassination attempt. The newspaper front page headline says, and I quote, "Bullet grazes Trump's ear at sniper attack during election rally." That's as direct an attempt to avoid saying assassination attempt on Trump. Had Trump been killed, the paper would have probably said, "Bullet successfully hits Trump as Trump fails to dodge it." Truly, liberals are unable to accept how toxic they have become, how violent they have become, the toxic and violent nature of their own comrades in arms. Liberals are the most dangerous, the most violent, the most toxic groups across the world. Like the urban Naxals in India, they want to rationalize violence. They want to intellectualize assassination attempts, rationalize terrorism, intellectualize support to Islamists, support to rapes and massacres by the Hamas, violence in the name of environmental causes. They want to support violence of the Greta Thunberg variety. In fact, an endless series of violent methods are all explained and justified in the name of, you got it, liberal values. We are liberal. Let's kill a few people here and there. Let's justify rapes and massacres because in the larger liberal interest, this is okay. This is a group of people which is proliferating across the world. I call them toxic liberals, extremist liberals. Their way or the highway for them, and whether using Maoist killings or political assassinations, they genuinely believe that their view must dominate. Liberal extremism is a great threat to society at large, as is the associated trend of liberal violence. Remember Sandesh Khali? When women were allegedly mass raped in Bengal, the liberal lobby in India justified the violence by questioning the victims of rape. Because for them, Mamta is their own part of the liberal group. Remember the assassination attempt on Salman Rushdie by an Islamist? In America and across the world, including in India, the woke, the liberal extremists went completely silent. They had nothing to say. Because in their view, it was Salman Rushdie's fault to have provoked the Islamists with his writing. So tonight on the debate is the silence and shock of the extremist liberals on the Trump assassination proof that their toxic and violent approach needs scrutiny by all of those on the right, and challenged as well, because what happened to Trump on Sunday is proof of a much bigger global trend of toxic and violent liberalism. Debate 1 tonight, viewers. I've explained that before you, viewers. The growing trend of toxic and extremist liberalism is debate 1. Debate 2 tonight, viewers. Pakistan has banned Imran Khan's party. Is that the end of Imran Khan's party? Is that the end of Imran Khan's political career? I don't think so. I'll tell you why. And at 9 o'clock tonight, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board says we believe in the Sharia, not the Constitution. Liberals will not debate it, ladies and gentlemen. Liberal channels will not talk about it. But we who believe in the Constitution will. Here are the headlines, ladies and gentlemen, the start of the week, this Monday evening of the debate. 5 days after the Supreme Court's historic order that allowed Muslim women to seek alimony from their husbands and promised financial stability to women and upholds their rights, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board says that the Supreme Court's ruling is against the Sharia,
They say Sharia is supreme, that they will move the Supreme Court to roll back its order. Twist after twist after twist in the SSR and Disha Salian murder case. 4 years on, there are several unanswered questions and an unsolved puzzle. But Republic's relentless campaign to give them justice is finally bearing its fruits, as the Mumbai police has now woken up after deep slumber and has reopened their case files and summoned the relevant people. The Shahbaz Sharif government has decided to ban Imran Khan's party, the Tehreek-e-Insaf, over alleged anti-state activities. The Shahbaz Sharif government is claiming proof. Meanwhile, Imran Khan's party is now crying foul. They are calling it a move to block the PTI from becoming the single largest party in the Pakistani parliament. And following this assassination bid on Donald Trump, the United States Secret Services is facing intense scrutiny after the assassination attempt. Sources are suggesting it was a series of security lapses and failures that led to the assassination attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, the recent assassination attempt on former President of the United States, Donald Trump, is likely to have profound impact on the upcoming American elections. This is likely to widen the gap between the Republicans and the Democrats. Now, this incident that happened was a clear assassination attempt, but the Western media has termed it as a shootout. What do they mean? Is it time to call out leftist and liberal extremism in the garb of rights? Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate.
On Sunday morning, former US President and current frontrunner in the 2024 race for the White House, Donald Trump, escaped death by a whisker.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Moving his hair. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move it to the stair. Stair, get ready. Stair, get ready. We ready? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good to move? Shooters down. We're good to move. Are we clear? We're clear. Let's move. We're clear. Come on.
Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we gotta move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay, my shoes down. My shoes.
Watch out.
Wait.
The attack at the election rally in Butler, Pennsylvania is being probed as an assassination attempt. The shooter, a 20-year-old, was roughly 150 meters from the Trump position. The focus is now on security lapse.
5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, you know. But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. We're telling the police, we were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
However, the Western media conveniently pushed the assassination bid as a shootout attempt. Shooting attempt on Trump. Trump hurt after shootout. This is not a lone incident. Be it Salman Rushdie or Shinzo Abe. The anti-right has made displays of liberal extremism.
And ladies and gentlemen, on the debate this evening, my first question is to Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit, you know, you've seen the response. What I find is the response to this assassination attempt. There's a sense of denial. They don't want to talk about it. Shootout. Trump survives shooting. That's the way they're looking at it. Yes.
The best where the headlines are now. New York Times says he was taken out after he fell. Another one says, noises heard at Trump rally and Trump was ushered out. You know, what leftists do is they run this international normalization circuit. You see, the left is global, the right is local. So what they do is, all their agents provocateurs around the world, they get them to kill somebody and then they get their circle of validation, who they decide are eminent professors, eminent commentators, eminent whatever, self-proclaimed eminent, who they will then get to sit and play everything down and claim, normalize and basically make it seem as if they had nothing to do with this.
Liberal extremism. Hashtag. One minute. Vivek. Even the recent example. Can I have the volume up, please? Hear the fallback. Vivek, listen.
In the past, he was not a leftist.
Vivek, listen to me. The question is not about this individual. You know, when Salman Rushdie was stabbed 10 times in the face, he was stabbed in the neck, he was stabbed in the arm, he was stabbed in the abdomen in New York, right? He lost his vision. Right. Nobody, none of these people, none of the wokes, none of you guys had anything to say. Yeah. Your attempt was, let's bury the story. Doesn't happen. No. Doesn't happen. When the Slovakian Prime Minister was shot because of his pro-Putin, pro-Russia approach, absolutely the entire issue was played down, no coverage in the global media. Mute. But the woke lobby has gone terribly violent. And I read the Hindustan Times today. I don't remember what it was, but it said something like bullet grazes, some ridiculous headline. Sushant, Hindustan Times today said bullet grazes.
No, absolutely.
Bullet grazes Trump's ear.
You have to speak when the same Trump was responsible for Capitol Hill.
There you see.
This man tried to destroy the entire democracy of United States of America.
Trump said,
I don't support this assassination. Violence is wrong. Violence is bad.
He said no
I
violence.
condemn it.
Your
But this
leaders
guy was anti-India.
Stalin are mass
He
murderers.
reduced the visa,
Jyoti
increased
Basu
the
mass
fees of the
murderer.
H-1B.
Jyoti Basu concentration camp guard.
Oh, please, nobody is a mass murderer.
Liberal extremists
They
on the top band.
Election,
And
shouting illogical matches will not win you any medal.
Louder.
Jyoti Basu won elections. The left was winning for 35 years.
Sandesh Kali.
Because the people loved the left in Bengal.
Sandesh
Mr.
Kali.
Abhijit Iyer Mitra, you support Capitol Hill?
You want a losing
Crazy
president of the United
psychopaths
States
of
to go and
India,
attack their own
CPI,
parliament?
crazy
Do you
psychopaths of
support
India.
it?
Liberal extremists.
This man reduced the Indian visas. Do you support it?
Murderers,
He increased the fees for H-1B visa for Indians. Do you support it?
Psychopaths of India.
This
CPI,
man is violent. Do you support it?
Crazy psychopaths of India.
All
these
Mr. Trump is a right-winger, violent ex-president of India who is anti-India. I still don't support his assassination attempt. But it has nothing to do with the left.
The whole history
the
of
man who tried to assassinate him
Let the mask fall.
It is
Let
from
the
his own
mask
party.
fall.
You come from a
His own
genocidal
supporter.
party.
Let the mask fall, Sushant. Mukhota nikal jaye aaj. Let their real face be seen by the people of this country for what they are.
Gautam Matlakha's case, the letter turned out to be fraud.
Yeah, Gautam Naulaka stood on a podium at the Aligarh Muslim University campus and supported a terrorist called Mannan Wani, and you people clapped.
These
liberal extremists, liberal extremists, plural, because there are many of them. On the debate, Sushant is on the debate.
Arnav, I can't speak over.
You can. 1 minute. Let me shut down the liberal extremist before I let you in. Can Mr. Liberal Extremist Vivek Jinping just give me a moment and let Sushant come in? Viewers, you are seeing this. There are people supporting an assassination attempt on my program today. They'll go to any extent. They will support rape, murder and loot by Maoist terrorists. They will support an attempted assassination attempt on Salman Rushdie. They will support an assassination on
I don't support
attempt on
assassination,
Shinzo
but don't
Abe.
glorify Trump.
They will support, ladies and gentlemen. They will support an attempted bombing during a Narendra Modi rally in 2013
because his own parliament through mobocracy.
Sushant.
Do you support it?
If Vivek, can anybody else, or you want to have the whole flow to yourself and show your liberalism and your lack of tolerance for other people, please go ahead. I don't have anything. But I find it quite ironical that from a leftist and a communist, his biggest angst against Trump is that he was reducing H-1B visas for Indians and reducing visas for people from outside. But I didn't know that the leftists actually yearn.
I'm just trying to expose your prime minister, who claims to be a great friend of Trump.
Secondly, Vivek,
how anti-India is even according to his own capitalist parameters.
You had your say. Can I say something? Or do you want to keep talking? I'll keep quiet. I don't mind.
Please.
You can just carry on.
No.
Second thing I find ironical is that Trump, I don't think, is responsible for any kind of mass murder, but leftist icons like Mao, Stalin, you name all of them, have been the worst mass murderers in history. And yet they are supposed to be liberal and very progressive in their outlook. So, these definitions and these terms, I don't understand them anymore because they don't apply to people anymore. You see the liberals in the so-called liberals, I should call them. They are the most illiberal people. Actually start censorship. Because they don't like somebody else's voice, they say that you shut it out because this is hate speech. What they do is equally hate speech. Abhijit has spoken a lot about it. The gender mutilation of small children, 5 years old, 6 years old. How is that even conscionable? But this is a liberal agenda. This is supposed to be a progressive agenda. So anybody who does not conform to their standards, whatever those standards are, and those are pretty low really, is supposedly the enemy. And then and they incite hate in their own way. Their dog whistling is very different. They create environments in which people actually feel boxed in. And I've seen a whole lot of these people. And the same stuff which we've heard in India. If one particular party comes into government, they will scrap the constitution, they will impose dictatorship, they will lock up everybody. Exactly the same thing Hillary Clinton says in the US. Exactly the same thing other people will say in Europe and other places. So, listen, I can understand you having a different political ideology and I have no problems with that. I can understand you having a different political stance. I have no problem with that. But the way violence has been normalized and that you make memes and you laugh about the fact that this was a very clear assassination plot. To call it anything a shootout. What is a shootout? Shootout is two people fighting against each other and a presidential candidate gets injured. Unless, of course, New York Times is so much into DEI that they don't even understand or comprehend English language. Words have meanings, and the words which they are using, it's like that austere religious scholar for that mass murderer Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. You remember that, don't you?
Yeah. And let us not forget one more thing.
They are not even sure if it was an assassination attempt.
I think it's unconscionable, and people need to understand that politics will keep happening. But if you're going to take things to a point of breakdown, then all politics is out, all democracy is out. Cannot save democracy by shunning the other side and completely ruling it out. And this is something that the Americans do not seem to get, with the kind of polarization which has taken place out there. So yes, I think what has happened is extremely dangerous. We don't know what exactly is the reason behind it, whether this guy was provoked into it, whether there was a conspiracy, whether he was a lone ranger. But it is a fact that this was an assassination attempt. Wherever he came from, whatever his motivations, is not important. It was an assassination attempt against the leading candidate, or the man who is, at least the polls suggest, has the best chance of winning. And there are people who don't like him, people who are willing to do anything to put a stop to it. Now, whether this guy was a patsy for somebody who was put up to it, we don't know. We don't know whether there was a conspiracy angle. But I don't think any words or any statement should be used to justify in any manner whatsoever what has happened in the United States.
No, it is a global phenomenon.
This was an assassination attempt, and that's unacceptable.
No, the violence, assassination attempts, the growing intolerance by the liberals, the toxic nature of the liberals, their use of violence in their words and their actions, their association with Islamist forces, when there was a knife attack during a Good Shepherd church in Sydney, they were quiet on it. Whenever Islamists are attacking others, killing other people, the wokes remain quiet because they see the Islamists as some kind of a partner, a global partner, whether it be an individual Islamist attacking and trying to kill Salman Rushdie, or whether it be the Hamas. There is a partnership between the wokes and liberals and the Islamists. This includes...
Arnab, don't you see it in India? When violence happens, depending on who has perpetrated the violence, either violence has no religion, and depending if it does not suit you, then violence has a religion.
Correct. Like for example, when Sarjil Imam is there, they all support Sarjil Imam. When, as you know, Sarjil Imam said that if the army is deployed, it will be a humiliation for the government and not for Muslims, and we must have 5 lakh organized people to permanently cut the northeast from India. At that point of time, instead of criticizing the Islamist Sarjil Imam, the liberal lobby in India began to build a sympathy campaign for him. And that now they must think. They must think. And even today, you see, Kapil, the liberals are anti-democracy. Whether in India, they are anti-democracy. Narendra Modi wins, we'll question the verdict.
No,
1 minute. If Narendra Modi becomes Prime Minister again, we'll question the verdict. If Trump is about to win the elections, allow me to complete, we'll question Trump. We'll question the electoral system. If Trump has an assassination attempt, we'll say he's escorted away after loud noises.
Can I give a quick response on that? Now, let me, I think, your whole agenda of, the debate looks, very, very fallacious.
No, there is no agenda I have, unlike you guys. I have no agenda.
There is an agenda.
I'm saying you are all liberal extremists.
The topic is an agenda.
Yeah, you are liberal extremists. I'm saying so.
Logical. Yes. Now, allow me. Now, please don't take an offense to it. All I was talking about was the subject of the debate, the topic of the debate. Now, what did Mr. Rahul Gandhi said in the parliament in his recent speech? He was calling out people who perpetrate hate. He was calling out people, who are or who, supporting violence. I mean, I don't understand. When Mr. Gandhi makes a speech and he talks about, there should not be, any violence in our, political discourse. There should not be any kind of, violence in our political discourse. Then you question him. And I am, quite amused to, look at your entire opening remark and, what our good friend, Mr. Sareen just said here. Basically, what Mr. Sareen is, said on this debate is he is supporting Mr. Gandhi because he himself, supported the fact that there are people in this country that who will justify violence, who will perpetrate violence, and who will
exactly like when you people supported the rapists in Sandesh Khali.
Violence needs to be
when
called
you
out.
supported the rapists in Sandesh Khali, saying they are part of the liberal group, we must support them.
I understand that you're getting it's getting a little.
No, I'm asking you. You supported the rape in Sandesh Khali, did you not?
Do you agree with Mr. Gandhi? Do you agree with Mr. Gandhi's statement in a political discourse? There should not be any place of violence. Do you agree or not? Say yes or no.
I don't take him seriously on anything.
No, why are you worried?
But I don't take him seriously on anything.
There should not be any violence. There should not be any space of violence in our political discourse. You say Mr. Gandhi was right. Or if you are saying that Mr. Gandhi was wrong, then technically what you're doing is you are promoting.
I don't know, where is Gandhi in all this? In everything you have to bring a Vadra connection.
No. So, no, I understand. Yes, that's your problem because you will not admit.
I have not mentioned the Vadras even once right now. They're irrelevant. I am talking about the liberal extremist group.
So you are cornered today. Arnab, you are cornered today. You don't
know
have
what
an
you're
answer.
talking. Are you talking to yourself in a mirror? We're having an intelligent debate. Why are you taking it through this?
So do you agree? Do you agree Mr. Gandhi was calling out that there should not be any violence in our political discourse? Do you agree with that statement or not? Say yes or no. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Are you talking to yourself?
Any violence? No,
are you seriously talking to yourself?
No, do you agree with this or not? Say, do you agree with this statement or not that there should not be any
He agrees, but he won't admit.
In political discourse. You look so confused.
He agrees, but he won't admit.
I don't know. When I hear a stupid reply and a stupid question,
why would you even think
you guys are obsessed. You have to bring in a Vadra connection to everything. I'm talking about Trump, for God's sake. You are less significant than you believe you are.
Absolutely.
You are not. I'm talking about Sarji Lima. I'm talking about you people because I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I'll give you a reply on this.
No, you don't have an answer.
No, I don't. I first of all have no idea what your leader, Mr. Gandhi, is saying. However, now listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
You should listen to what.
I'll tell you why I don't. I'll tell you. Now the problem is that you are. Kapil, collect yourself.
You don't listen.
Collect yourself.
The point is that you will try to justify violence.
Speak less shrill. Why are you speaking in a shrill tone?
Whenever it is happening in
Why are you speaking in a shrill tone?
When it has happened with Trump,
have some terab, man.
All I am saying is that in the political discourse, in geopolitical space or anywhere, there should not be any place of violence. And today you are so in a difficult situation that you can't even say and admit what Mr. Gandhi said was correct.
Now, can you just be quiet for a minute? The question is this. You see, viewers, I'll tell you.
What Mr. Gandhi said was correct.
This is.
Then I'll be quiet.
See, if you want to behave like an intellectual porcupine, that is your problem.
No,
I will not respond to a porcupine. Now listen to me. No, stop bristling away. I'm saying to you that in this country, volume down, in this country we have people like you, Kapil Madan, and people like Vivek Srivastav, who say, Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai. We have people like you who support people who say, Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. We have people like you who are quiet when people say sartan se juda.
I will call it out.
You don't speak. This is liberal extremism. You see, Abhijit will respond to you. I am only viewers. I'm telling you, this is a reality in our country that Afzal is. I believe.
And their home minister in Karnataka referred to that jihadist as yes, boss. Whatever you say. Their home ministers are subservient to jihadis.
So, Mr. Mitra, do you agree with Mr. Gandhi's statement that there should not be any place of political violence?
I have never agreed with Mr. Gandhi, but why is Mr. Gandhi subservient to every jihadi in town? Why does Rahul Gandhi support international jihad?
You don't agree with
why does he support international jihad? Why did he say the Prime Minister ko danda se marenge?
Now the point is, yes, they want to politicize it. They want to politicize it.
Why did the party make fun of the chappal thrown at Narendra Modi? Did they throw the chappal at Narendra Modi? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Rahul Gandhi is a hate monger.
Rahul Gandhi does Mr. Mitra, what was the name of the person who attempted assassination on Trump?
100% responsible for it.
Mr.
And
Mitra,
also, what was the background?
Okay, viewers, I tell you this. I just want to tell you this.
And also, what is the background of that boy?
Please think very deeply. I'm not taking a break, I presume, here. Please think very deeply about what happened on Sunday. Please think very deeply about what happened in America on Sunday. And don't say it happened in America only because America has guns.
No, we need...
It is because the liberals in America have gone completely crazy. And there is a lot of justification for violence against Trump. As long as Trump does not become president again, they are fine. Ladies and gentlemen, the liberals are having a global meltdown. And Trump's fist pump after the assassination attempt shall prove to be a completely defining moment in American history. Those who are right will fight back with reason. And those who are extremist cannot camouflage themselves by calling themselves liberals. They are intellectual frauds. Viewers, I'm moving on now into the big news story from Pakistan, where the question is whether the political career of Imran Khan is over or whether he will rise once again. In Pakistan today, the breaking story, in case you missed it. Imran Khan's party, the PTI, has been completely banned. He's in jail. His party has been banned. Does Imran Khan have a future? Let's debate.
Days after Pakistan's Supreme Court ruled in favor of Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf to be eligible for reserved seats in Pakistan National Assembly, the Shehbaz Sharif government has moved to ban the PTI right after it was all set to become the single largest party in the Pakistani parliament. Pakistan's Information Minister Ataullah Tarar announced the decision, citing credible allegations.
तहम्मुल हमारी दानिशमंदी को जो कमजोरी समझा गया है, आज मैं इसका भरपूर जवाब देना चाहता हूं और बिल्कुल क्लियर अनएम्बिगुअस वर्ड्स में देना चाहता हूं कि नो मोर, बहुत हो गया इस मुल्क के साथ खिलवाड़। इस मुल्क की मईशत ने अगर आगे चलना है, इस मुल्क के लोगों ने अगर तरक्की करनी है, इस मुल्क की नौजवान नस्ल को अगर रोजगार के मौके मिलने हैं, इस मुल्क ने अगर तरक्की याफ्ता ममालिक की सफ में खड़े होना है, तो पाकिस्तान और तहरीक-ए-इंसाफ एक साथ नहीं चल सकते। मैं बिल्कुल आपको क्लियर करता हूं।
The Pakistani minister further went on to implicate Imran Khan in the May 9th riots that ensued following his arrest in 2023 and the cipher case that broke down Pakistan's relationship with the US. Subsequently, Imran Khan was arrested by the Lahore police in connection to cases against him over the May 9th riots. Meanwhile, the PTI came down heavily against the Shehbaz Sharif government, calling it a puppet of General Asim Munir. These developments come just 3 days after Pakistan secured its latest IMF bailout package of $7 billion, which it claims will be its last. The question remains, is the backsliding of democracy in Pakistan right after an IMF bailout and legal setbacks a cause for international alarm?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard many things from Pakistan, but this one is unbelievable. They have decided to ban Imran Khan's party. They find Imran Khan to be a threat, so they have put him in jail and they have banned his party. Unusual situation. Dr. Farid Malik leans towards the PTI. He's a political analyst from Islamabad. My question to you, Dr. Malik, is this the end of the PTI? Is this the end of Imran Khan's political career?
I think it's the end of PMLN as a political entity.
Why do you say so?
They are being used by the establishment, and it's the end of PMLN. It's the end of their political journey.
What will happen next?
That has been the historical process in Pakistan.
But the Pakistan government is saying we will file treason charges against the PTI. We will ban you for receiving foreign funding. You are conniving with foreign powers. So what are your options really?
Such bans have been imposed repeatedly in Pakistan. First it was Jamaat-e-Islami in the 60s, then Awami League in the 70s, and then National Awami Party again in the 70s. Such bans have never worked, and they've always established this is the last straw that the establishment has, and I think PMLN is being used, and this will be probably the end of the political journey of PMLN, because what they have opted for does not make any political sense.
Will it be upheld by the Supreme Court of Pakistan?
Not at all. It has never happened in the past. It will never happen now. Not at all.
Irshad Ahmad
There is no
Khan,
chance.
Irshad Ahmad Khan, इतनी insecurity क्यों? इमरान खान से इतनी insecurity क्यों?
बहुत शुक्रिया जी, उनसे इनसिक्योरिटी नहीं है। हमें मालूम है कि हमें अपने इदारों को और अपने पाकिस्तान को मजबूत करना है। ये जो पार्टी है, मैं इन्हें समझता हूँ कि नो डाउट कि इनके साथ नौजवान साथ शामिल हैं पीटीआई में, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि ये तकरीब कारी करें और मुल्क में जलाओ घिराओ की सियासत करें और मुल्क को तबाही के दहाने पर लेकर के चले जाएं। अपनी आर्मी को, अपनी लॉ एनफोर्सेस एजेंसीज को बदनामी की तरफ चले जाएं और उनको धकेलते चले जाएं, ऐसे जैसे कि कुएं में पाकिस्तान को धकेलना हो। ये वो काम कर रहे हैं जो 75 साल में हिंदुस्तान और आप लोग नहीं कर सकते हमारे खिलाफ। खैर, ये एजेंडा इनका है, मालूम नहीं किसका एजेंडे पे ये लोग आए और इन्होंने पाकिस्तान को तबाह करने की कोशिश की, लेकिन चूंकि मेरे इदारे, मेरे मुल्क, मेरा तहफ़्फ़ुज़ में है और इदारे मजबूत हैं हमारे, इसलिए ये हमारा कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकते। हाँ, इनको सबक सिखाना लाजिम है, सबक जाएगा। जहाँ इनकी जमानतें हैं वहाँ जमानतें हो रही हैं। जजेस देखें, ये पहले कहते थे जजेस को गालियां देते थे, आज इनके हक में फैसले आ रहे हैं तो आज जजों को दुआएं दे रहे हैं और दूसरों को बददुआएं दे रहे हैं। देखिए, पता नहीं कहाँ खड़ी है ये पार्टी। ये कब समझेंगे कि कैसे मुल्क को चलाना है और कैसे मुल्क के लिए काम करना है। खुदा करे कि ये मुल्क के एजेंडे पे काम करें, मुल्क के लिए काम करें, मुल्क के इदारों के लिए काम करें, तो कोई बात नहीं कि हमारे पाकिस्तान के भाई हैं, पाकिस्तानी हैं, इनको दूसरी राय नहीं है। ये कोई खुदा ना खास्ता कहीं और से नहीं है, ये यहीं के लोग हैं, लेकिन इनके एजेंडे का मालूम नहीं हमें कि चाहते क्या है। हाँ, जब तक इनका पता चलेगा ये खुद से खत्म हो जाएगी ये पार्टी। ये खुद से खत्म करना चाहते हैं अपनी पार्टी को। अब ये समझते हैं कि फौज को भी दबा लेंगे, वजीर आजम को भी दबा लेंगे, प्रेसिडेंट को भी दबा लेंगे।
तो यू आर मतलब आप व्यूअर्स, आई द वे आई सी इट, आरजू, one minute. नहीं, एक मिनट, इरशाद जी, this is a very interesting situation, Arzu, where basically the ruling coalition, the ragtag coalition in Pakistan is saying, we will be the only political coalition. There will be nobody else. And anybody else who tries to come in, we are going to ban them. How are people in Pakistan viewing this?
First of all, Arnab, who told you that Pakistan is a democratic country? We are not. Actually, अभी भी यहाँ पे डिक्टेटरशिप ही चल रही है और दिस इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट डिक्टेटरशिप। और ये बैन नहीं कर रहे, टीएलपी को बैन नहीं कर रहे, दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू बैन एनी टेरर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, बट दे आर गोइंग टू बैन पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ऑफ इमरान खान। So you just imagine what's going on here. Even in Islamabad today, there are so many, उन्होंने जो है वो लाके रख दिए हैं जो रोकने के लिए डिफरेंट चीज़ें लाकर इन्होंने रोड के ऊपर रख दी हैं। दे आर सो स्केयर्ड कि इमरान खान के लोग निकल आएंगे। तो इस्लामाबाद इस वक्त कंटेनर सिटी बना हुआ है। देयर आर सो मैनी कंटेनर्स ऑन द रोड जस्ट टू ब्लॉक द रोड एंड टू स्टॉप द पीपल टू कम आउट। और गवर्नमेंट जो है वो डरी हुई है। गवर्नमेंट जो है वो इज एक्ट लाइक अ पपेट। और पपेट किसकी है? यू नो, इट्स एस्टैब्लिशमेंट, एजेंसी एंड आर्मी। They are not free people. They are not, even the prime minister is helpless. They can't do anything. और इनको ये ख्याल नहीं आ रहा कि जो ये आज कर रहे हैं कल यही इनके अपने साथ होगा। ये कल इनका ये पानी पी रहे हैं, इनको डर लग गया। लेकिन मैं ये बता रही हूँ कि ये जो कर रहे हैं इस वक्त गवर्नमेंट, whatever they are doing, it will they will face the same almost same चीजें इनके साथ होंगी और उस वक्त कोई इन्हें बचाने के लिए नहीं होगा। इस वक्त इनको इमरान खान का साथ देना चाहिए था। अदालत या कोर्ट्स जो है वो इमरान खान के फेवर में फैसले दे रही हैं, तो इससे घबराहट हो गई है सबको। एंड दिस इज व्हाट गोइंग ऑन हियर। It's a very shameful thing for every Pakistani citizen.
Irshad Ahmad Khan, political
ऐसा नहीं है। देखिए अभी आप कह रही थी आरजू कह रही थी कि जी कंटेनर रख दिए गए, इमरान खान की पार्टी से डर लग रहा है। इमरान खान की तो चीड़ी का बच्चा भी बाहर नहीं आया है। वो टीएलपी वाले लोग आए हुए हैं फलस्तीन के लिए निकले हुए हैं। कंटेनर इसलिए लगाए हैं कि इस्लामाबाद एक पूरा बंद शहर है।
तो टीएलपी क्या है? टीएलपी को बैन क्यों नहीं करते आप लोग? टीएलपी तो आप तो हो गए ना, टीएलपी को आप लोग क्यों बैन नहीं करते? क्यों नहीं कहते कि टीएलपी टेरर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन उसको बैन होना चाहिए? इसलिए आपने उसको बिठा के रखा है रोड के ऊपर। वो कह रहे हैं उन्होंने फलस्तीन जाना है, उन्होंने इजराइल से लड़ना है, सेंड देम देयर, उससे पैसे ले लें, भेज दो उनको फलस्तीन।
अभी आप कह रही थी पीटीआई से, आप जो चुप करें जरा, एक मिनट चुप करें, सुन ले। पहले आप कह रही थी पीटीआई के खौफ से
कंटेनर आप लोगों ने इमरान खान के डर से रखे हैं, और साथ ही आप लोगों को मालूम है क्योंकि लोग बाहर आ सकते हैं, दैट्स व्हाई।
और आप पीटीआई के लोगों में इतनी जरूरत नहीं है कि आके हमारे इदारों को जलाओ गिराव करें, कोई निकले तो सही बाहर। वो एक इस्लामाबाद के लोगों की हिफाजत के लिए कंटेनर रखे गए हैं। इस्लामाबाद एक इंटरनेशनल सिटी है, इसमें एम्बेसीज हैं, इसमें फॉरेनर्स हैं, उन लोगों की हिफाजत के लिए रखा गया है। जो कुछ कंटेनर्स रखे गए हैं, अभी देखिए कि 3-4 रोज से टीएलपी वाले आए हुए हैं, वो एहतजाज कर रहे हैं फलस्तीन के लिए। तो आज तक अभी तक एक गमला नहीं टूटा। क्यों? हमारी एजेंसीज जान रही है, हमारी एजेंसीज इस्लामाबाद की हिफाजत करना जानती है, पाकिस्तान की हिफाजत करना जानती है।
क्यों सब कुछ चढ़ा के रखा है? क्यों बिठा के रखा है? लोगों को जिंदा जला रहे हैं टीएलपी वाले। स्वाद में जिस जिंदा जलाए थे वो टीएलपी वाले थे, और अब आप उनको बिठा के रख रहे हैं।
फलस्तीनियों के लिए एहतजाज कर रहे हैं, वो मुसलमानों के लिए एहतजाज कर रहे हैं, वो लोगों के लिए जो नाजायज लाखों लोगों को शहीद कर दिया गया फलस्तीन में, इजराइलियों के खिलाफ।
No, one minute. Dr. Farid Malik, I come back. 1 minute. Irshad ji, 1 minute. Can I have a serious discussion with Dr. Malik, please? Irshad जी, एक दूसरे को गाली दे रहे हैं, वो भी इंडियन चैनल में, आप क्या कर रहे हैं? देखिए, आरजू जी कुछ कह रही हैं।
गाली नहीं दे रहे हैं।
नहीं, आप जिस तरह से आरजू जी के साथ बात कर रहे हैं, आप ऐसे बात करते हैं?
बिल्कुल ऐसी करनी
कोई तरीका है ये बात करने का? आप लोग पाकिस्तान में ऐसे बात करते हैं?
ये कह रही है कि पीटीआई के खौफ से कंटेनर रखे हैं। देखिए, खुद से सच बोली कि जी उनको बैन कर देना चाहिए। हम गाली नहीं देते।
खौफ तो आपको है, खौफ तो आपको कई चीजों से है, खौफ तो आपको कई चीजों से है, बट शी इज आस्किंग अ रेलेवेंट क्वेश्चन।
हमें खौफ है,
एंड हर क्वेश्चन इज दिस। 1 minute. Dr. Farid Malik, she is asking a simple question. You are not banning terrorist groups. You are not banning terrorist leaders. In fact, if terrorist leaders are targeted, you to go all across the world saying terrorists are feeling unsafe in Pakistan and India is responsible. But the PTI is not a terrorist group. It is, whether you like it or not, Irshad Ahmad Khan, and I don't agree with Imran Khan. I feel he's anti-India. I feel he's irrational. But he is the leader of the single largest party in your last elections. How shameless can you become? You are now saying you're going to ban the party. No, 1 minute. This is going to be a new... No, sir, I tell you, there's no...
दहशतगर्दों ने भी ऐसा नहीं किया पाकिस्तान।
किस दहशतगर्दों को?
ऐसा तो दहशतगर्दों ने भी नहीं किया। दहशतगर्दों ने भी ऐसा नहीं किया पाकिस्तान में।
So you are saying that आप ये कह रहे हैं कि इमरान खान हफीज सईद से ज्यादा डेंजरस है? आप कह रहे हैं इमरान खान हफीज सईद से ज्यादा डेंजरस है?
नहीं, हाफिज सईद डेंजरस नहीं है। वो इस्लाम की तालीम देते हैं, उनके इदारे हैं। वो एक इस्लाम के शदाई हैं, इस्लाम का दर्स देने वाले हैं, उलमा हैं, आलिम हैं। वो दहशतगर्द नहीं है। दहशतगर्द इनकी पार्टी है जिन्होंने मुल्क में जलाओ घिराव किया, जिन्होंने जीएसक्यू पे हमला किया, जिन्होंने शोधा की कब्रों पे हमला किया, जिन्होंं मुल्क में तोड़-फोड़।
Dr. Farid Malik, quite clearly from, I mean, I'm not saying that Irshad Ahmad Khan is fully representative of all the views of the ruling establishment in Pakistan. I hope he's not, but it does reflect a trend that the existing coalition and the Pakistan army want to finish off Imran Khan once and for all and his political base.
I don't think so. The point is that you have to understand that after 1971, this is the biggest challenge faced by the establishment in Pakistan. And PMLN is basically a child of the establishment, born, raised, and nourished in the laps of the establishment. Now, establishment is using PMLN as a front. And basically, the language they are using is out of desperation. They know it's the end game. And the establishment has to back off, and Pakistan has to emerge as a constitutional democracy, which it was destined to be after the 1973 Constitution was passed. In 1956, Constitution was abrogated, martial law was imposed, and then in 73 Constitution, the establishment has been uneasy with it. They continue to be uneasy with it. Imran Khan is no longer an individual. He's a phenomenon. He represents freedom. He represents democracy, rule of law, and constitution. And that is what the establishment does not want. And I think it is the end of the road for PMLN. People's Party has a role to play because there are only two genuine political parties in Pakistan which were formed after the partition. One was People's Party and the other was PTI. And they're both Lahore parties. All other parties were formed at the gates of GHQ in Rawalpindi, PML being one of them. Now it's end of the journey from PMLN, and the next step would be march back to the barracks so that constitutional law can return to Pakistan. That is what we are heading. That is the direction we are taking. It does not matter. Imran Khan is a phenomenon. It's not a matter of an individual. See, Pakistan is on the path of democracy and real freedom. And the last stumbling block is probably the retirement of the current Chief Justice of Pakistan, who would go home in October. And then I think things will start smoothing out for democracy in Pakistan.
Well, I don't know. You're very hopeful. I have this foreboding that there will be a day when the army will overrule the Supreme Court in Pakistan as well, like they have tried to do in the past. And difficult days are coming because economically
I don't think it can happen now. I don't think it can happen now.
You don't think it can happen now? Okay.
It can happen now because there is overwhelming support, and you have already spoken about it. There is overwhelming support. PTI is the only national party in the country with massive support at all levels. And I think the establishment is on the back foot. They know it. And the language that is being used on your channel, it's an act of desperation. It's a last straw, which will break the camel's back.
We are tracking this. Dr. Malik, thank you very much. Arzu.
Thank you.
Dr. Irshad, thank you very much. The way I see it, viewers, you have to watch what's happening in Pakistan very clearly, very closely. It is no secret that Pakistan has failed to exist as a democracy from the start. The pretension is only to entice the West and seek attention, to seek arms, to seek financial aid, to propagate its extremist and terrorist agenda. Not only has this 75-year-old nation, if we can call it that, failed to have a single prime minister completing a 5-year term, the Pakistani establishment has time and again proven its hollow and superficial nature, acting as nothing but a front for the Pakistani army. Whenever a leader has challenged this established nexus of the army and the Pakistani establishment, they have borne the brunt of it. From Sheikh Mujibur Rahman to the now problematic Imran Khan. The reason why there has to be a debate and a global attention to this highly fragile state is because for decades the West has propped it up as a counterbalance of sorts for its own agenda. And the fears are that while they can exit at any moment like they did in Afghanistan, it is we in India who have to face the consequences of a very unstable, very volatile Pakistan. That's the way I see it, viewers. That's why the decision to try and ban Imran Khan's party is very significant, something we'll be monitoring very closely. Viewers, on the other side, how can anyone in this country, including the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, say that for them it's the Sharia above the Constitution? Hot debate when I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Hotel Management with AI. Join International Institute of Hotel Management.
भाई किसके घर है, किसका भाई दुकान है, किसका मार्केट में उसकी दुकान है, भाई कारोबार है, एकदम तो खराब नहीं कर सकते ना। तो आहिस्ता 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 खुद मर्जी से जाते हैं, कारोबार ख़त्म करते फिर जाने है उसका आसान है बिल्कुल। फिर अपना मर्जी, मैं भी देखो अपना मर्जी से कारोबार ख़त्म किया, वरना हमारा इधर अच्छा गुजारा था।
हल यही होना चाहिए सर, जो POR कार्ड अफगानों को दिया गया है, इसके बेस्ट हल यही है कि ये पाकिस्तानी कार्ड में तब्दील कर दिया जाए और उनको पाकिस्तानी नेशनलिटी दिया जाए। क्यों? अगर आप किसी बाहर मुल्क पे होते 5 साल से आप ज़्यादा अरसा आप गुजारते हैं, तो आप अगर ब्रिटिश में, बरतानिया में, तो आपको ब्रिटिश नेशनलिटी दी जाती है। अगर आप अमेरिका में, तो आपको अमेरिकन नेशनलिटी दिया जाता है। अगर आप किसी और मुल्क पे, इंडिया में, तो आपको इंडियन नेशनलिटी दिया जाता है। क्यों? 5 साल के अरसे ज़्यादा। जब हम 35 साल 40 साल से ज़्यादा इस मुल्क पे हैं, तो हमें कैसे नेशनलिटी नहीं मिल सकता? इससे कोई हल यही है कि हमें पाकिस्तानी नेशनलिटी दिया जाए।
the spirit of entrepreneurship and startups in the air. I met so many other startups. Of course, I think the hunger of Arnav and the way he aspires for creating an enterprise is incredible.
How you could make a fledgling Oroville travel organization to this global, huge enterprise that you've already created so fast. How was it possible for you?
I think my dad always said that if you keep digging, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And I think it's a saying also. So for me, I felt that ab to andar aa gaya, andhera hai, to if I keep digging, there will be light at the end of the tunnel. So I was very perseverant. I didn't give up. No matter what, I would not give up. And one person you can't write off is me. I'm like that person that you write off, the next morning I will show up again, and I will show up until I make a difference.
Muslim board says no to alimony for women. AIM-PLB to challenge Supreme Court ruling on alimony. Sharia above Constitution for AIM-PLB debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Hotel Management with AI. Join International Institute of Hotel Management.
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
the Republic Media Network headquarters. It's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. Just a couple of days after the Honorable Supreme Court of India ruled that a Muslim woman in India is entitled to seek alimony from her husband after divorce by filing a claim under Section 125 of the CRPC, a secular law of the nation, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board has adopted a surprising and shocking resolution declaring the judgment as anti-Sharia, a Muslim personal law that they consider above the Constitution. And this meltdown is not new, ladies and gentlemen. They did this during triple talaq. They did this when the Uttarakhand government came up with the Uniform Civil Code. They did it again during CAA, and now they are at it once again. Whenever in this nation there is any attempt to bridge the difference and preferential treatment of power groups who believe they can sway the electorate through a street veto, all constitutional values go for a convenient toss by the same flag bearers of liberal and secular thought who have turned the Indian Constitution into a mere prop. The utter disregard and disrespect for the law of the land by these self-styled champions of religious law is what I fail to understand. Where are the feminists today? Where are the women's rights lobbies tonight? Where is that left-lib media that claims to be the guardian of equality and democracy tonight? When some people are saying Sharia above Constitution, where are they? What is preventing them from condemning a direct attack on the rights of women, the equal right of all Indian women? What is preventing the so-called secularities lobby from advocating the UCC, a Uniform Civil Code that places every religion on the same pedestal in direct alignment with Article 44 of the Indian Constitution? Ladies and gentlemen, these pseudo-seculars need to understand that India, a country on its path to become a Vikasit Bharat, cannot function on Talibani principles. Every Indian, irrespective of their religion, is equal in this nation. And we have to follow the Constitution. There can be no law above the sacrosanct Constitution of India. And the bottom line is that tonight, that the people who say, we want to save the Constitution, we must fight for the Constitution, and you know who I'm talking about. Do they have the guts to take on the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, which says that it is Sharia first, not Constitution first? These people say they want to save the Constitution. Where are they tonight? Do we hear even a whimper from them? Absolutely not. And that is what we need to expose and we need to debate.
Five days after the historic alimony order by the Supreme Court, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board has now declared that the order is against Islamic Sharia law. They are set to challenge it in the top court by way of a review.
This judgment is interference in Sharia law, and we will take all the possible remedial option available to us. For example, we may go to the court for the review of the judgment. We can approach the government, we can approach the opposition parties, we can use all the democratic options available to us.
The India alliance is clearly divided. Some are rallying support.
मुस्लिम
पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड ने माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय से अगर कोई गुहार लगाई है, कोई बात कही है, तो ये तो अब उनके लॉ में क्या है, अब माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय का फैसला, तो ये माननीय न्यायालय इस सारी चीज़ों को देखेगा। इसके बाद जो है माननीय न्यायालय हम समझते हैं कि उनके मांग पर विचार करेगा।
While others are trying to distance from their pro-Muslim board stand.
It is very unfortunate that the Muslim personal law board is going against the Supreme Court this verdict, and it will definitely it shows the anti-women attitude of Muslim personal law board.
The BJP is upping the ante.
कुछ लोगों की ये कोशिश होती है कि संविधान और शरीयत में टकराव पैदा करो कि ये जो मुल्क है ये तो संविधान से चलेगा। ठीक है, आप मजहब शरीयत से चलाइए, किसने मना किया है, लेकिन आपकी कोशिश है कि हम जो है वो मुल्क भी शरीयत से चलाएंगे, वो होता नहीं है, ना हो पाएगा।
The Shah Banu debate has been reignited. Muslim women are welcoming the verdict.
When there is a uniform criminal act that is being followed, a judge does not ask you what religion you are following. We cannot follow the Shariat law in India because it's not an Islamic state. It's a democratic state. In fact, it's the largest democratic country in this whole world. So why are you against the uniformity? You have to follow the law of the land. Nothing is above the law of the land.
Is personal law above constitution for the All India Muslim Personal Law Board? That's the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening with a versus tonight, and our versus has Nalin Kohli of the BJP versus Mr. Waris Pathan of the All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin, a party which represents the rights of Muslims, but which says it is completely secular. It's a party which says Muslim first, which represents Muslims and only Muslim interests, but which says it is secular. Now, Nalin and Waris, simple question tonight, and I put this to Waris. Waris, Constitution first or Sharia first?
Well, Arnab, the same constitution and the law has provided that if a party is aggrieved by the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court, they have all rights to approach the courts and go in review. And the All India Muslim Personal Law Board has clearly said that they will be going in review against the order.
Come to the point. Come to the point. Don't go here and there. Come to the point.
Sharia law.
Don't waste my time.
Sharia law into existence, and you cannot interfere every now and then into the Muslim. Now, Arnab, a simple example I'll give you. Triple talaq per se they have declared as illegal. Now, if a husband says triple talaq, what will happen to him? He will be sent to jail.
Yeah.
Wife will be divorced. From jail, will he be able to pay the maintenance to the wife who will be remaining outside? How can she? And the Muslim law is also already provided for the maintenance of the wife. If wife is divorced, they live for 4.5 months in that period, and the money is provided to them. And why to introduce something more than that? This will be a burden on the Muslims. She will have to prove that yes, triple talaq was given, it was illegal. The burden of proof lies on her. So this will be a biggest problem.
During this debate,
Modi says triple talaq time Muslim women are my sisters, and now what are they doing? Arnab, the voice is cracking. I am getting this.
Your voice is not cracking. Your argument is cracking. I am going to Nalin now. Nalin, such a long-winded.
I have demolished your state. I have demolished you totally.
Okay, thank you. In your dreams, your imagination, and your fantasies, you have. Nalin, such a long-winded reply to avoid saying Constitution first. Are you seeing this tonight, viewers? And as you see this debate, and before Nalin Kohli comes into the debate, I want to ask one question to everyone, including the Congis watching the program. Dear Congis, Will Rahul Gandhi say Constitution first, not Sharia first? All I want is for Rahul Gandhi to say that All India Muslim Personal Law Board is wrong in saying Sharia first. But no, they will duck, do a deep scuba dive on the question and never come out lest they be caught again. Viewers, this is a reality. The people who do this with the Constitution will not say Constitution first, not Sharia. Nalin is opening the debate on this bizarre situation where the All India Muslim Personal Law Board is saying Sharia first. Nalin.
Anna, thank you. And as I was pointing out, Varis, my good friend, is also an advocate. So we need to, I think, just simplify the constitutional position for all your viewers. So now when the Constituent Assembly sat, so this included people from Hindu, Christian, Buddhist, Parsi, Jewish communities, everybody sat, and they decided that India would be a land or a country that would run Bharat on the basis of the Constitution. Those who wanted a religious focused country, they opted for Pakistan. So the choice was given to Muslims to go to Pakistan and live under Sharia first, not Constitution of Equality first. Now the Muslims who made Bharat their land and said we are not going to Pakistan chose deliberately out of choice that they will like to be in India, which runs on Constitution. Now let's look at the constitutional scheme and fundamental rights. India is a Hindu majority country for thousands of years in which a lot of faiths came in and there was equal respect for all. Look at the beauty of the Constitution. It gave equal status to all citizens irrespective of religion. Therefore, it recognized whether you are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Parsi, Buddhist, Jew. Article 14 makes it clear that we are Indian citizens first, equal, and shall not be discriminated against on the basis of religion, gender, anything. So everyone is at an equal status. Thereafter, recognizing that minorities do have their own educational requirements, other things, certain additional protections are given. But this does not mean that Article 14 can be dunked or put aside, nor can it give anyone the right to say that I will now choose to pick the Constitution as in parts that suit me, but I will ignore the parts that don't suit me. So for anyone to say that Sharia first would be there,
okay, allow me to make my point.
They may be correct to say so in 50 odd countries that run on the basis of Islam. But they're completely wrong to say so in any country
just
run
a 10-second
by
reverter.
the basis of the Constitution.
No,
it is wrong to say so in India.
It is a question we need to address. I am completely aware. 1 minute.
I am addressing the question.
1 minute, Varis. You are addressing, but you are not anchoring. Let me anchor, you address. The question being tonight, it is an uncomfortable question. And some people will say, oh no, why do you ask these questions? I'm asking the question because recently the Jammu and Kashmir National Conference Women Wing President Shamina Firdaus said that for Muslims, the first constitution is the Quran. And we will go by the Quran. The Jamiyat-e-Ulema-e-Hind is unwilling to accept any law which is not of the Sharia. And therefore, the correct question is this: openly in our country, openly, there is a challenge to the Constitution from people whose votes the Congress party wants. And see the silence of the Congress party on this, viewers. And imagine what will happen. The Congress party says, okay, we live with it.
No. Of you and the secular
1 minute,
party
sir,
also.
1 minute.
Just allow me. I'm
no,
coming
sir.
to that.
Sir,
Arnab, you are projecting yourself
this
as
is
the
not,
top nationalist
we are not a
anchor of
Muslim
this
nation.
country.
We
You are
chose not to be a
No,
Muslim
Mr.
nation.
Nationalist anchor,
We will never be a
Mr.
Muslim nation.
Nationalist anchor.
Sir, you cannot
Today
have
what
this.
has happened? Are you aware of that or no?
What?
Today, Arnab, allow me.
Yes.
Arnab, you are projecting yourself to be the top nationalist anchor in the country. Your channel, you say, is #1. Are you aware of what has happened today in the country? Same like 6 December 1992 situation arisen in the country. In Maharashtra, Kolhapur, some Hindutwavadi goon went there near a mosque shouting JSR slogans, went on top of the mosque. They went the hammers and tongs and they tried to demolish the minaret. They went inside the masjid. They destroyed the masjid. They even burned the Holy Quran. And why you are not debating on that? Why are you silent? Why you and Modi wants to take the nation to the 1992 era? Why you want to create a communal divide in my country? Because in Maharashtra the elections are coming. That's why the BJP has now started.
How can you say that we are trying to go back?
Nobody will take action against
on what
those
basis
fools.
are you saying?
Sir, I'm sorry, but on what? One minute. These allegations. 1 minute. One minute. Nalin will respond. No. 1 minute. 1 minute. One minute. Do you ever think? 1 minute. What is make no assumptions on my behalf? First of all, and when I'm responding, don't speak.
Yes. No.
When I'm responding, don't speak. Please. I heard you. My question is simple. Any act of violence, purported violence, attempted violence is something we stand against. Now, I can also tell you today that Maulana Badruddin Ajmal, your friend, the president of the All India United Democratic Front, while addressing a crowd in Assam in January, said that all Muslim women who are in prestigious professions like IAS, IPS and doctors should be obligated to wear the hijab. He says, if a Muslim woman does not wear the hijab, how will I recognize you as a Muslim? Hijab is a must. Hijab is a must. And then he said, no lipstick, no makeup. 1 minute. No lipstick, no makeup. 1 minute.
Coming from a man who's selling perfumes as his main business.
Yeah.
That's
No. And my question is, either we are a constitutional democracy or we are not. You cannot be a democracy under the Sharia. Please understand.
But the BJP does
are we a constitutional democracy?
They want to make they want to finish the constitution. That is why we are fighting against them. We are trying to save the constitution.
I'm getting Nalin on the debate. We have to say constitution.
Let me ask a counter question. If the All India Muslim Personal Law Board today says that Sharia would be higher than the constitution, why should then 70% people in India, being Hindus, not tomorrow raise a demand it should be a Hindu country? So where are you going to take this back? To 1947? The fact of the matter is, India is all based on the constitution. We enjoy our rights out of the constitution.
That is why you wanted
the constitution is a package. Article 14 makes sure that you cannot discriminate against women on gender or men on gender, and certainly not between any two people on the basis of religion. Baris Bhai and I enjoy identical rights as Indian citizens. You can't say that my religion will take me higher than Baris Bhai, or Baris Bhai can claim that his religion can take him higher than me.
What about you?
That is unacceptable. That's not the constitutional position. And it does great disservice to every Indian citizen who is whether Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Parsi, Buddhist, Jew, who stands on the border and takes a bullet for this motherland.
It's also a question.
To every judge in every court who doesn't see whether the person in front is Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Parsi, Jew, irrespective of their religion, they dispense justice. So I think it is unfair to all those Indian citizens who swear by the Constitution, don't allow their religion to come before the Constitution, serve Indians without saying whose religion is in front of them.
A party has a right to approach the Supreme Court and go in review if they agree by the law.
So are
they agree by the judgment.
But so are you.
Viewers, I want to tell you about the source of the. Waris, if I may. Waris, we are still a democracy. I don't know what will happen if you come to power. We are still a constitutional democracy. If you ever come to power, we won't be. I know that. But since it is, let me speak. When you and Congress party come to power, we won't be maybe. But till then, let me speak. Okay, now, please listen here. Joining the debate is Ridham Anand Bhardwaj, our executive editor. And I'm opening up this debate with a comment from Ridham. Ridham, I need you to explain to the viewers very briefly before we proceed on this very hot debate. And I welcome Savio Rodriguez and Ishkaran, also versus Atikur Rahman and Maulana Rashid Sharif, who's the president of the South India Personal Law Board. Viewers, Ridham can now explain in maybe a minute or so what this case is about. It is basically about not giving a Muslim woman alimony beyond the period which is called the iddat. After this period, a woman is told you are free to marry, remarry, live independently. I, as your husband, am no longer responsible. Approximately, I think about 3-month period. Right? Now, this is...
Yes.
Yeah, so we need to understand. what this fight is about, and I want to re-emphasize, viewers, please remember this tonight, and take this as a question from Arnab to the Congress, to everyone. They say they are for the Constitution. But today, as any of these parties which is saying save the Constitution, saying no, All India Muslim Personal Law Board, which is not a Sharia country. This is a secular country and a constitutional democracy. They are keeping quiet. They are mum. Now, over to you, Rhythm. Can you explain this?
Absolutely. Very briefly, Arnab, Nalin, all of you who are on this debate, I want to say what the Supreme Court has on 10th of July said is not new. All the Supreme Court has said is that Muslim women will have rights under the 1986 law that Arnab just spoke about, and also additionally the rights under section 125 of the CRPC, which shows that women also have the rights that all Indian women have, that is to get maintenance. They've given out provisos for this, that if the woman is not able to work, and also if the husband is able to maintain her. The bigger picture, Arnab, this is not news for the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, the spokesperson I spoke to in the morning today itself, and others. This is something that's been the law of the land since 1985. 1985, a landmark judgment was there. It was reiterated. The 1986 law came for the Muslim women, and then this reiteration took place in 4 later cases, and so on and so forth. Why is it the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, Arnab, and we've been seeing this in the Supreme Court, Baris would know this, Ishkara knows this, they've always come into the Supreme Court, Atikur Rahman also knows this, when it comes to cases that are going to be prominent politically. Whether it was the Triple Talaq case, Arnab, that you were at the very forefront of asking for rights for Muslim women, whether it was the Ayodhya case, the hijab case, the UCC, this Maintenance case, or even the Muslim nature places of worship case. First, I do believe, and I'm going to end with this and hand it back to you, Arnab, I believe the All India Muslim Personal Law Board is trying to remain relevant and trying to project that they are actually going and looking at representing the largest number of Muslims. And secondly, it's more...
I have no doubt and no problem if the All India Muslim Personal Law Board wants to remain relevant.
I have a point to make here with your permission, Arnab.
Yeah, absolutely. Just one line. I have no problem, Nalin, if the All India Muslim Personal Law Board wants to be relevant. I have a problem that political parties in our country are too scared to take them on. I have a real problem with political parties who say it's okay if in some places you have a holiday instead of Sunday on Friday. Why? Why in some places there is a holiday on Friday? Why is polygamy okay? Why is an 80-year-old man marrying, or rather I would say sexually exploiting a 13-year-old girl okay in the name of Nikah Lala? It's not okay. We need to have the guts to say it's not okay. It will never be okay in this country.
Yes.
This is India. It's not Saudi Arabia. And it never will be. Nalin is on the debate. Shall I open this up, Nalin? Nalin, a small comment, then I'm opening up this really hot debate.
Just one sentence.
Yes.
I think. Thank you. Thank you. Just one sentence. I think, and I say this because I can say so, there is no conflict. And I say this because some of my Muslim friends tell me, they are proud Indians, they are proud Muslims, and they are proud of the Constitution. I don't think there is service done, there is great disservice done when debates come up like this, when some body stands up and tries to speak for all. I think being proud of your religion is a good thing. It's equally good to say that you are in a constitutional country because the Constitution gives you that right to do freely about your religion, practice it. And therefore, when you come out and say that Sharia would be higher than the Constitution, you do disservice to every other person who believes in the Constitution and is a proud Muslim too.
And also, I saw Ashkaran go up. It can't be a mix of both. Some people can say, can there be a big best of both worlds situation? Let's have a little bit of Constitution, a little bit of Sharia. It doesn't work like that. It's either Constitution first or Sharia first. Ishkaran.
Arnab, the first thing I will start with is I slightly disagree with you when you say you are shocked and you are surprised at the position of this personal law board. It has been their consistent position that Sharia is above the Constitution whenever it comes to the civil rights of Muslim women. You forget, going back till Shah Bano, the level of pressure brought on the Rajiv government to change the law itself. So it's not shocking, it's a usual practice. And I think you should start all debates. I am not your moderator here, it's your prerogative to ask everybody to take a stand stand when they start the debate? Do they believe Sharia should run the country, or do they believe the civil aspects of life should be run by the constitution? That will clarify the position a bit for the viewers to watch. Because the position is very clear. You can't pick and choose the benefits of constitution, because the constitution provides a lot of benefits to minority. I dare say it gives more benefits to minorities than the majority. We probably are the only country in the world where majority has lesser rights when it comes to establishing educational institutions, when it comes to controlling its own mandirs, when it comes to so many aspects of life than minorities have, including right to education, if I may say so. So we are a country where majority has lesser rights and minority has more rights. That is how it has been embedded in our constitution, and that is how it has been embedded by the Supreme Court. Whether that's the correct thing, not correct thing, it's a separate debate.
I think it's a very good suggestion from you. It's a very good suggestion from you. I would like to start. It's a very good suggestion from you. Taking that as a prompt, I would like to start by asking the Congress Party leader Shyam Prasad Meka, who is now joining us live. Mr. Meka, Congress Party was quoted as saying that ये जो अपने आप को हिंदू कहते हैं वो नफरत नफरत नफरत, जो हिंदू कहते हैं वो हिंसा हिंसा हिंसा, जो हिंदू अपने आप को कहते हैं वो असत्य असत्य असत्य. Leave that aside. Should the Congress Party not take a clear position against the All India Muslim Personal Law Board on this matter? Should the Congress Party not make its position very clear, abundantly, official statement, comment, that it opposes this attempt to impose the Sharia by the All India Muslim Personal Law Board? Remaining silent is a luxury the party cannot have. We want to know the position of the Congress.
Now, see, this Congress party as a party will not take stand against any one person or any one group. Congress party takes a stand for the Constitution of India. That is what Congress party does. Coming to this particular issue, see, I don't care whether it is Sharia or it is a Manusmriti, or people say in Kali Yuga there is Parashara Smriti. Fine. I don't care for all of them. We have a constitution, let's go by it. As simple as that. And we, as a civilized society, we should be able to think about, hey, do we need to change something in the constitution? Yes, let's do it. But the people who come and say that we don't believe in this constitution.
Okay, I tell
this
you.
This constitution is against us.
I think you are. One minute. Maybe my question was too sharp. 1 minute. One minute. Maybe my question was too sharp as usual.
No, your question is too widespread.
Okay, fine. No.
It's not sharp.
It's even Rahul Gandhi felt my questions were too widespread, and you know what happened to it. My question is not that. You have said the Congress party, and I can see smiles on the face of Savio and Ishkaran there. You said Congress party will not take a position against any group. Who do you feel you will be against? No. If suppose you are to, 1 minute, let me complete. Suppose you are to say that All India Muslim Personal Law Board saying that Sharia first is wrong. Who do you think will get angry with you?
No, one second.
Yeah,
okay.
Just be frank with me. Think that nobody is watching, you are having drawing room conversation with me.
Arre, come on, Arnav. You know I don't care who watches me. I'll speak my mind as a congressman.
Who will be upset if you question All India Muslim Personal Law Board supporting Sharia?
We will question All India Muslim League, Hindu Mahasabha, or anybody. That's not the point.
No, Hindu Mahasabha is not saying Sharia first. All India Muslim Personal Law Board is saying Sharia first.
See, I'll tell you.
You need Muslim vote, I understand. You are depending on Muslim vote, I understand. But be frank with me. Why you? What's the problem?
No, Arnav. We need Muslim vote, Hindu vote, Dalit vote, Adivasi vote, everybody's vote. But it's not about just the votes, right?
I agree with you. It's about what is right and wrong.
Can I ask just one thing?
Come out of vote bank politics. We need to.
I am not in politics, so I am not in vote bank politics.
10 seconds.
No, you are hoodwinked to run the agenda or narrative of the vote bank politics. So I am trying to help you, my friend.
No, I'll tell you one thing.
Arnab, can I have 10
I'll tell you one thing.
seconds?
Okay, Ishkaran wants to come. Ishkaran, yeah. Ishkaran.
Arnab, I am a citizen of this country. I need to know the position of a Congress person or any person. Sir, it's a simple one-line question. Between Sharia and Constitution, which
What
do you
first?
think should govern the civil life of Muslims in this country?
Beautiful.
What is your policy position? Simple question. Between Sharia, because there is this board saying Sharia, and Constitution.
Very well
what
phrased
should govern
question
the civil
tonight. A
life
lot of
a
people
citizen? As a
watching.
voter, I want to know.
And the Congress party is also watching the statement
Where is
of Mr.
where is
Mika.
the confusion? Where is the confusion? Constitution of the country is the topmost. Let me tell you one thing.
So you say
take
that
out the
people were
one
saying
second. One second, my friend. I heard your question. I'm telling you, the constitution of the country is the supreme, and Congress party's constitution itself, in Article 2 itself, says I subscribe to the Constitution of India. BJP and RSS won't subscribe to the Constitution of India. They talk about culture, they talk about Manusmruti, Parashara
So then,
Smriti.
sir, this-
We don't care about them. We stand by the Constitution. If you have a problem in your way of interpretation, my way of interpretation.
There is no
of the
interpretation. One minute.
Constitution,
One minute.
Let's go to the
Muslim law
Supreme
board
Court.
saying this.
Simple.
There is no interpretation. Listen to me.
Constitution is
Listen
very
to me.
crystal clear.
Unless you're living under a mushroom or a tree, listen to me here. Now listen to me. A Muslim woman's inheritance is 50% that of a Muslim man, which means in a Muslim family, the son will inherit double of a daughter, as he will have several responsibilities to shoulder in family and personal life. And Islam has fixed provisions as per equity and not as per equality. So, what the Sharia is suggesting, including saying that a Muslim woman deserves no alimony beyond iddat, 3-month period, including saying that Muslim women cannot go out alone. She has to have her husband's permission. And the place she wants to go to should not be of a suspicious nature. This should not affect her family duties. She should abide by the Islamic dress code. Now, these things are against the Constitution. What
Yes,
do
sir.
I want, Savio? 1 minute. I really want Rahul Gandhi to come and say Sharia is against Constitution in these issues. All India Muslim Personal Law Board should not try to impose the Sharia in India. Am I asking for the right thing or the wrong thing? Let the viewers tell. 1 minute. Don't do this. Listen, I'll be a fence sitter. I won't say it. A Muslim vote bank will be upset. Let them be upset. If people go by what is right, है ना? If a man wants to divorce his wife on a video call, it's wrong.
Yes.
He can do that.
Simple.
Wrong.
Simple, it's wrong.
Wrong. Then say it's wrong. No, don't say I will not issue an official statement. I'll say it's wrong on your program, but I won't issue an official statement. No, we'll get into trouble. Yeah, we'll lose the Muslim vote. We'll go to Samajwadi Party.
It's wrong.
But
As simple as that.
why doesn't your leader say it's wrong?
No, 1 second.
Why
I am
doesn't
a
he say it's
congressman.
wrong? Why
I am a
doesn't
congressman,
he
I am
speak
telling
on
you,
this?
It's wrong. You're asking women to follow Parda Prabha, asking women to have a ghungat over their head. It's wrong. It's wrong.
But why doesn't
We
your
are a society. We are moving.
society?
But
You are a
gentlemen,
political party. Okay, Savio, now you're going deeper into trouble.
We need to follow the constitution and constitutional values.
Yeah, but Sharia does not follow constitutional values.
Sharia doesn't follow. Manusmriti
Then you
doesn't
should say
follow.
that we can't impose Sharia in India. Congress party should issue a statement. Congress party must issue a statement. Are you scared of All India Muslim Personal Law Board? If you're scared, tell me. I'll understand. All you need to say is, sir, say it. I want a little. Sham, have I ever asked anything from you guys? I want a little bit of honesty. This much honesty.
How much you want?
Just this.
I'm a very honest.
I want this much. Let me put it on everyone. I want rhythm. I want nothing much in life. I want this much, an ounce of honesty. Where you say, you see, we want the Muslim vote bank. Even if it means little, buttering up the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, saying that, go for Sharia, we'll be quiet, it's all right. Because I want people in this country to understand your real political intent. Savio is on the debate.
We don't want any vote bank. We want the constitution to be implemented.
You know, Arnab, there are two kinds of Muslims in India. The first kind is the Indian Muslim that puts the constitution over its religious book. The second kind of Muslim is the Muslim in India who puts the Sharia law above the constitution. Unfortunately for the Muslim in India, they have not understood that this is not an Islamic country.
We are not an Islamic country, says Sabio. Loudly so he says, we are not an Islamic country.
We are not an Islamic country, and the All India Muslim Law Board is pandering to the Muslims in India and not the Indian Muslim. The Indian Muslim puts the Constitution of India above any religious law, and that goes for all people belonging to all religion, whether it's a Hindu, whether it's an Indian Christian, whether it's an Indian Muslim. The Constitution of India is our holy book. Therefore, any form of Sharia law in India, any person representing the Sharia law, we should all crowd fund and get finances for them and send them to an Islamic country. Our neighbors, Pakistan, are there. We can send them to Pakistan. We can
All
send them
right,
to Saudi
everyone
Arabia.
on.
They can go wherever they want.
All right, that's a huge debate. 1 minute.
India is run by the Constitution of India.
I think, Rhythm, I would just ask Maulana Rashid Sharif to first tell me, Maulana Rashid Sharif, Constitution first or Sharia first?
Rashid Sharif. Constitution, what is the question?
Maulana Sahab, Constitution first or Sharia first?
शरिया पे चलने के लिए नहीं सर, इजाजत देता है मेरे को शरिया पे चलने की। अभी आप बता रहे थे कि है सो हिंदू महासभा शरिया नहीं कहता, आरएसएस शरिया, मुसलमान शरिया जरूर कहता है क्योंकि उस पर चलता है। अनाथ जी, मुस्लिम उस पर चलता है। आप अरे यार नहीं, मुस्लिम उस पर चलता है। आप है सो अगर तलाकशुदा औरत को भत्ते की अगर बात करेंगे तो आप देखना चाहिए कि इस्लाम क्या बोल रहा है, कुरान क्या कह रहा है, ये मालूम करके आप डिबेट कीजिए। आप ये मालूम करके आप डिबेट कीजिए। हाँ, शरिया क्या बोल रहा है आप पता करिए क्या है शरिया का हुक्म क्या है। ये 1500 साल से आज से नहीं बना है, ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन 1940 का है।
ये क्या धर्म संसद हो रहा है क्या है? अरे पब्लिक लाइफ इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन।
हम फॉलो करते हैं शरिया लॉ, हम नमाज उसी हिसाब से पढ़ते हैं, रोजा रहते हैं, इबादत करते हैं, हज को जाते हैं, ज़कात निकालते हैं, सब शरिया के। शादी तक हम शरिया के हिसाब से करते हैं। अगर आज है सो कोर्ट का जजमेंट सुनाते हैं कि भाई तलाकशुदा औरत को आप बता देना पड़ेगा, ये वैसे ही हो गया।
एक मिनट, I wish to bring some order into this very sensitive debate. See, Rhythm, it is a choice, Rhythm. You either will be in India living by constitution or you will be living by Sharia. Every political party, Rhythm, has to take a position clear on this issue. You can't have a mix of both. That's what's coming out clearly. I have a lot of people watching tonight and they're not believing that political parties like the Congress are remaining quiet on this. See, there's Nalin Kohli on my program, but Congress will not talk on it. Maybe Aam Aadmi Party will, but I'm not sure of Samajwadi Party. They'll say it's a non-issue, but it is a relevant issue. Rhythm, isn't it a relevant issue from a future perspective?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Arnab, this is the question that's also been settled in the Supreme Court. When it comes to the Constitution, it is supreme. You know, we see a lot of political parties putting out the Constitution when they're trying to take oath, but not really realizing what our Constitution is all about. It's sacrosanct. We also remember, Arnab, in 2016, this is the same Muslim Law Board that came out with the Triple Talaq affidavit. And I remember you debated it at that time. And the shocking words that the All India Muslim Personal Law Board wrote in it, they said if the husband does not get the right to give a triple talaq to the wife, he may resort to illegal criminal ways of getting rid of her by murdering her. It is this Muslim board that today tries to come forward and say that we are the paragon of the virtues for the Muslim women. It's atrocious. It's never stood up in the court of law. It never will.
But the thing here is, Atikur Rahman, that it won't stand up in a court of law. But what people like Atikur Rahman
provides a person to follow the religion of his own choice. That is a fundamental right of an individual.
Following a religion does not mean you impose your law.
Provided by the Constitution itself.
I'm sorry, no.
But do the BJP follow the Constitution? Only for one particular community. Only for one community the law will be there. Equality is there. Equality is mentioned in the Constitution.
It is a matter of right of every citizen.
Everybody is equal under
it is not a community issue. It is not a religious issue.
You cannot discriminate.
It is an issue of the citizens and their civil rights.
Since the BJP
it is an issue of the citizens and their civil rights. In particular, right now to the rights of the women.
Community, they have waged a war.
The Sharia law does not protect the rights of the Muslim women. According to the rights given in the Constitution of India.
They hate our fasting. They hate
Sharia law does not protect the rights of the Muslim women. According to the rights given in the Constitution of India.
I want to bring in Nalin on this.
I want to bring in
Nalin on this for a legal perspective. It is the last straw. It is the last straw argument. 1 minute. Savio. Let Nalin bat on this. Is the last straw argument tonight. And the last straw of an argument of people who are pro-Sharia is saying that it violates Article 14. What is Article 14, viewers? It says equality before the law. 1 minute. Which means whether Hindu or Muslim, you have equality before the law. You have equal protection of the laws within the territory of India. Simple counter argument, though Nalin will probably put it more elegantly and with greater wisdom. Viewers, if Muslims are under Sharia law and a Hindu is under other laws, they will not be equal. They will only be equal when there is a uniform civil code. Nalin, it's a contentious issue. Your take and your response to Waris. May I have Waris on the other side, everyone on, please.
Of course it's contentious, yes. So I'll put it very differently in terms of it. I think our Constitution very beautifully gives all of us the right to practice our religion freely. Our faith freely. And that's why I said earlier in the program that being a proud Indian and also being a proud Muslim are not in conflict. The country runs on the basis of Constitution treating all citizens equal, and we all have the freedom to follow our religion. Yes. But our religion cannot go over the Constitution.
Yes.
And therefore an Indian citizen cannot say I am at a higher pedestal to another Indian citizen by invoking their religion, whatever that religion is.
You are a lawyer, you know that
what the Constitution does is says you are equal as Indian citizens and you have full right to go ahead and practice your religion. That's why I said first that being a proud Muslim and being a proud Indian are two things that are not in conflict to each other, and when
I
these
am
kind
a proud
of statements
Indian
come
Muslim.
from people saying,
sir, I am a proud Indian Muslim, and I don't need a certificate of nationalism or patriotism from the BJP.
The Constitution.
I don't need a certificate of nationalism or patriotism from the BJP.
And are proud to follow their
faith. What were you doing during the independence and what we were doing the independence, the country knows. We sacrificed our life for the great nation. And we are in our country by birth and by choice.
Are you not the party who live by the Constitution? Are you not among those people who opposed? Didn't you try and fight integration with the rest of India?
If someone wants
what did the Razakars do?
There is choice.
What did the Razakars do?
And so we are living.
What was the role of the Razakars?
All the Muslim brothers and sisters who want to live by the Constitution of India without compromising their faith.
Those who wanted to live here by birth and choice are sitting here and debating with you. We are sitting here and debating with you and demolishing all your arguments. Demolishing all your lies and false against the community.
Please understand, I want to speak here.
Demolishing all your lies, propaganda.
Please understand the danger. Atikur Rahman, 1 minute, Waris. We see who's demolishing whom. People are voting tonight. Viewers, please remember here the danger of political parties like the Congress refusing to even speak one word against the All India Muslim Personal Law Board. I believe it is incumbent.
You are clearly an anti-Congress man then.
What is it? I am asking
you. Are clearly an anti-Congress man.
I want you to take an anti-AMPLB stand. Why don't you take a position against Are you scared of? Are you scared of Muslim Personal Law Board?
You are supposed to be the
Are you? Listen to me. I am against the position of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board.
Okay.
Are you for it?
No, are you asking
Why?
BJP the same question?
Are you for the position of AIMPLB?
No, I'm asking you, are you with the Hindu Mahasabha who threw eggs and tomatoes on Dr. Ambedkar? Are you with them or not?
Anyway, I know that the party which was responsible for trying to marginalize Ambedkar is the Congress party. You know the views of.
I'm asking a straight question.
Did you not do that?
For the Hindu code bill,
No, but I am asking you clearly. Are you for a Sharia?
On Dr. Ambedkar.
Why don't you speak?
Are they Indians? Do they have constitution in their mind?
See how scared you are about taking a position against All India Muslim Personal Law Board. Atikur Rahman, tell me, why is the Congress so scared of AIMPL?
You are not.
You should be bold tonight.
Indian flag
Like Nalin Kohli has said that those who wanted a Sharia, those who wanted to live under the Sharia have gone to Pakistan.
You tell me, are the people who doesn't follow Manusmriti, should they go to some Hindu Rashtra?
I am not imposing Manusmriti or anything on you. But you can't impose
some Parashar Smriti, whatever Smriti. You go to Hindu Rashtra.
Have you read the Manusmriti? Have you read the Manusmriti that you are speaking so much on?
I read. I can read it to you. I can read it to you again.
I can also pick up a book and read it. But now you have not read it. Atikur Rahman, you are a self-professed liberal Muslim. You should take a position on the All India Muslim Personal Law Board.
Don't give me lecture.
You should take a view on the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, Atikur. I expect you to. Silence is not your luxury, Atikur.
Arnab, first of all, I do not see any conflict between the Constitution of India and the Sharia. The people who are talking of Sharia to be supreme should first of all take care that why their women are not satisfied with the same Sharia as they preach. Why are they going to the Indian courts demanding what the community failed to provide
What
them?
courts do you go to? Saudi Arabian courts? What do you mean go to Indian courts? What kind of language is that?
Please don't make
What did you mean? No, why are you saying that? You want to go to Arabian courts? What do you mean go to Indian courts? Which court are you under?
By this.
What kind of statement is that, Indian courts? Are you not an Indian citizen?
May I
explain? What did you mean people who go to Indian courts as opposed to what?
May I explain?
As opposed to non-Indian courts? No, why did you say that? Why did you say that? No, you explain. What did you say? Tell Nalin. Why did you say that? It can't be a slip of tongue.
May I explain?
You better.
The All India Muslim Personal Law Board is exposed by this Supreme Court judgment. The women power is established and Sharia gives them all the right. The All India Muslim Personal Law Board is misinterpreting the Sharia. The Constitution reigns supreme because the women of India are demanding their rights according to the Constitution, which is not in conflict with the Sharia. I am not siding with the Sharia. I am not siding with the Muslim side and the Muslim men who want to usurp the rights of the Muslim women. The Muslim women should get their due.
Hear that. Well said. Now let Waris hear that. He has more guts than you, Sham Mecca. He has more guts than you.
He's an Islamic scholar. He's an Islamic scholar. मैं आज अतीकुर रहमान साहब शरिया के अंदर क्या अलाउड है?
Now they'll attack
में अलाउड नहीं है क्या?
Now they'll attack
शरिया के अंदर तो मिलता है ना, औरत को भत्ता तो मिलता है ना. Then why do you talk like this? You are an Islamic scholar. You are a Islamic scholar. You know Sharia better than me. I am not a scholar, sir. I am a lawyer.
Nalin is also jumping into the debate in the last few minutes. Nalin is on the debate. Nalin is on the debate. Nalin is on the debate. Nalin. Actually have Atik on the left of side. He's backing the verdict tonight. Atik is backing the verdict. Atik is for the verdict.
He is batting for our sisters, that everyone should have rights as per the Constitution equally. And this is not fair of Waris Pathan Bhai to attack Atikur Rahman for making an important point.
Without having
What is a scholar, he knows Sharia better than me. He should.
Wait a minute. In a country, please, Arnab, may I? Mr. Shah, please. What is why? Mr. Shah, please, let me come in.
By the Indian society.
Controversy is broken out, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Shah, please, let me rebut
Waris Pathan is now attacking Atikur Rahman.
We are trying to force and not allow Atikur Rahman to finish his
He's trying to heckle Atikur Rahman. They're trying to, it's strong arm tactics against Atikur Rahman.
Thank you. Why? अगर आपने अपनी वुमेन को मेहर अपनी हैसियत के हिसाब से दिया होता तो सेपरेशन के बाद दर बदर भटकती आपने उसका मेहर
ऑलरेडी मेहर दी जाती है, इज्जत दिया जाता है, सब दिया जाता है. इसीलिए तो मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड ने स्टैंड लिया है कि वी विल गो इन रिव्यू पिटीशन. आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है अगर मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड रिव्यू पिटीशन में जाता है? तो वो तो कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से एफिलिएटेड नहीं है ना, वो तो इंडिविजुअल एंटिटी है ना. तो आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है? आप तो स्कॉलर है ना इस्लामिक, क्या आपको नहीं मालूम है क्या शरिया क्या है? आपको नहीं मालूम है शरिया 1447 साल पुराना है. आपको पता है ना शरिया कब से चला आ रहा है? संविधान को तो आप हम सब मानते हैं ना, पर शरिया को भी मानते हैं ना. 1937 शरिया का आपको नहीं मालूम है क्या? फिर क्या यहाँ पे बोल रहे हो? आप बोल रहे हो सब एक्सपोज हो गया है.
क्यों नहीं मानता? My simple question to him is,
अरे दिया है, मेहर भी दिया जाता है, इज्जत भी दिया जाता है, सब दिया जाता है. अरे दूसरा भी कानून है, मेंटेनेंस भी मिलता है उसके अंदर, मेंटेनेंस भी दिया जाता है. अगर डाइवोर्स पिटीशन पेंडिंग भी है कोर्ट में कुछ,
I would like to give a last word.
दिया जाता है.
I would like
बकवास कर रहे हैं.
1 minute. Viewers, you see, बकवास मत बोलिए. I compliment his courage for speaking up tonight. And as Nalin has said, there's an attempt to silence him on the program.
What courage?
What bakwas? How can you talk to him like this? Are you even aware of the views among Muslim women?
Why should I not? He's a scholar. He has read the Sharia.
Yeah, so he's probably understands
better than me. He's lying here. He's lying here.
Viewers,
He's talking nonsense.
I will only wrap up by saying one thing, viewers. Actually, I'll let Rhythm have the last word tonight, because she wants to make a comment on how law can bring in social reform. Rhythm, quick, 20 seconds.
Absolutely.
Wrap up from you.
You know, we're talking about the Constitution. Article 25 is something that Atik knows, Varis also knows, Ishkaran, Savio, Nalin, all of us are very aware of what the Constitution and Article 25 says. But what is even more important to understand, even under Article 25 Varis, it is said the state has the authority to regulate or restrict secular activities such as only for the purposes of social reform. When we are talking about maintenance for Muslim women, it is for social reform, and therefore let it happen.
And it's not a binary argument here. It's an argument of reason and law on the one side. You can't be irrational about it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the way I see it as well. I shall see you tomorrow at 9 without fail. Good night and goodbye.
Quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity University, Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Hotel Management with AI. Join International Institute of Hotel Management.
Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted. Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted. Now, with respect to the jury, I don't imagine you all want to return on Monday. I will take care of the jury.
Thank you.
We are in recess. Dismissal with prejudice is warranted to ensure the integrity of the judicial system and the efficient administration of justice. Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted.
involved in the killing?
That has never been a decision for me. That has always been a decision for the jury.
Did you let the Hutchins family down?
No, we didn't. We did everything humanly possible to bring justice to Helena and to her family, and we're proud of the work that we did. Again, we disagree with the court's decision, but we have to respect it.
That this judgment is not a new judgment. Previously also Supreme Court has given the same type of judgment in Shah Banu case. We say that this is the interference in the Sharia law because Muslims are governed by Shariat Application Act in India, and Muslims have been given a fundamental right in Article 25 of the Constitution, which says that Muslims are allowed, or all the religious entities are allowed to practice their
Amity University Dubai has been awarded as the best university campus in the Middle East by Forbes magazine and recognized as the best university for job placements. Jumpstart your global career in Dubai with Amity, with faculty and students from over 50 nationalities. Visit amity.edu/Dubai.
Hotel Management with AI. Join International Institute of Hotel Management.
भाई किसके घर है, किसका भाई दुकान है, किसका मार्केट में उसकी दुकान है, भाई कारोबार है, एकदम तो खराब नहीं कर सकते ना, तो आहिस्ता 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 खुद मर्जी से जाते हैं, कारोबार ख़त्म करते फिर जाना है उसका आसान है, बिल्कुल। फिर अपना मर्जी, मैं भी देखो अपना मर्जी से कारोबार ख़त्म किया, वरना हमारा इधर अच्छा गुजारा था।
हल यही होना चाहिए सर, जो POR कार्ड अफगानों को दिया गया है, इसके बेस्ट हल यही है कि ये पाकिस्तानी कार्ड में तब्दील कर दिया जाए और उनको पाकिस्तानी नेशनलिटी दिया जाए। क्यों? अगर आप किसी बाहर मुल्क पे होते 5 साल से आप ज़्यादा अरसा आप गुजारते हैं, तो आप अगर ब्रिटिश में, बरतानिया में है तो आपको ब्रिटिश नेशनलिटी दी जाती है, अगर आप अमेरिका में तो आपको अमेरिकन नेशनलिटी दिया जाता है, अगर आप किसी और मुल्क पे इंडिया में तो आपको इंडियन नेशनलिटी दी जाती है। क्यों? 5 साल के अर्से ज़्यादा। जब हम 35 साल 40 साल से ज़्यादा इस मुल्क पे हैं तो हमें कैसे नेशनलिटी नहीं मिल सकता? इससे कोई हल यही है कि हमें पाकिस्तानी नेशनलिटी दिया जाए।
Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Primetime Max on the debate with Arnab. the front page of a Lutyens paper describes the conundrum that the liberals have about the Trump assassination attempt. The newspaper front page headline says, and I quote, "Bullet grazes Trump's ear at sniper attack during election rally." That's as direct an attempt to avoid saying assassination attempt on Trump. Had Trump been killed, the paper would have probably said, "Bullet successfully hits Trump as Trump fails to dodge it." Truly, liberals are unable to accept how toxic they have become, how violent they have become, the toxic and violent nature of their own comrades in arms. Liberals are the most dangerous, the most violent, the most toxic groups across the world. Like the urban Naxals in India, they want to rationalize violence. They want to intellectualize assassination attempts, rationalize terrorism, intellectualize support to Islamists, support to rapes and massacres by the Hamas, violence in the name of environmental causes. They want to support violence of the Greta Thunberg variety. In fact, an endless series of violent methods are all explained and justified in the name of, you got it, liberal values. We are liberal. Let's kill a few people here and there. Let's justify rapes and massacres because in the larger liberal interest, this is okay. This is a group of people which is proliferating across the world. I call them toxic liberals, extremist liberals. Their way or the highway for them, and whether using Maoist killings or political assassinations, they genuinely believe that their view must dominate. Liberal extremism is a great threat to society at large, as is the associated trend of liberal violence. Remember Sandesh Khali? When women were allegedly mass raped in Bengal, the liberal lobby in India justified the violence by questioning the victims of rape. Because for them, Mamta is their own part of the liberal group. Remember the assassination attempt on Salman Rushdie by an Islamist? In America and across the world, including in India, the woke, the liberal extremists went completely silent. They had nothing to say. Because in their view, it was Salman Rushdie's fault to have provoked the Islamists with his writing. So tonight on the debate is the silence and shock of the extremist liberals on the Trump assassination proof that their toxic and violent approach needs scrutiny by all of those on the right, and challenged as well, because what happened to Trump on Sunday is proof of a much bigger global trend of toxic and violent liberalism. Debate 1 tonight, viewers. I've explained that before you, viewers. The growing trend of toxic and extremist liberalism is debate 1. Debate 2 tonight, viewers. Pakistan has banned Imran Khan's party. Is that the end of Imran Khan's party? Is that the end of Imran Khan's political career? I don't think so. I'll tell you why. And at 9 o'clock tonight, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board says we believe in the Sharia, not the Constitution. Liberals will not debate it, ladies and gentlemen. Liberal channels will not talk about it. But we who believe in the Constitution will. Here are the headlines, ladies and gentlemen, the start of the week this Monday evening of the debate. 5 days after the Supreme Court's historic order that allowed Muslim women to seek alimony from their husbands and promised financial stability to women and upholds their rights, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board says that the Supreme Court's ruling is against the Sharia. They say Sharia is supreme, that they will move the Supreme Court to roll back its order. Twist after twist after twist in the SSR and Disha Salian murder case. 4 years on, there are several unanswered questions. and an unsolved puzzle, but Republic's relentless campaign to give them justice is finally bearing its fruits, as the Mumbai police has now woken up after deep slumber and has reopened their case files and summoned the relevant people. The Shahbaz Sharif government has decided to ban Imran Khan's party, the Tehreek-e-Insaf, over alleged anti-state activities. The Shahbaz Sharif government is claiming proof. Meanwhile, Imran Khan's party is now crying foul. They are calling it a move to block the PTI from becoming the single largest party in the Pakistani parliament. And following this assassination bid on Donald Trump, the United States Secret Services is facing intense scrutiny after the assassination attempt. Sources are suggesting it was a series of security lapses and failures that led to the assassination attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, the recent assassination attempt on former President of the United States, Donald Trump, is likely to have profound impact on the upcoming American elections. This is likely to widen the gap between the Republicans and the Democrats. Now, this incident that happened was a clear assassination attempt, but the Western media has termed it as a shootout. What do they mean? Is it time to call out leftist and liberal extremism in the garb of rights? Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate.
On Sunday morning, former US President and current frontrunner in the 2024 race for the White House, Donald Trump, escaped death by a whisker.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Moving his hair. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go. Up. Hawkeye's here. Hawkeye's here. Move to the stair. Stair, get ready. Stair, get ready. We ready? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good? Shooters down. Shooters down. Are we good to move? Shooters down. We're good to move. We're clear. We're clear. Let's move. Let's move. We're clear. Come on. Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. Got you, sir. I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold that in your head. It's bloody. So we got to move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my shoes. Okay. My shoes down. My shoes. Watch out. Wait.
The attack at the election rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, is being probed as an assassination attempt. The shooter, a 20-year-old, was roughly 150 meters from the Trump position. The focus is now on security lapse.
5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. We're telling the police, we were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
However, the Western media conveniently pushed the assassination bid as a shootout attempt. Shooting attempt on Trump. Trump hurt after shootout. This is not a lone incident. Be it Salman Rushdie or Shinzo Abe. The anti-right has made displays of liberal extremism.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the debate this evening, my first question is to Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit, you know, you've seen the response. What I find is the response to this assassination attempt. There's a sense of denial. They don't want to talk about it. Shootout. Trump survives shooting. That's the way they're looking at it. Yes.
The best where the headlines are now. New York Times says he was taken out after he fell. Another one says, noises heard at Trump rally and Trump was ushered out. You know what leftists do is they run this international normalization circuit. You see, the left is global, the right is local. So what they do is all their agents provocateurs around the world, they get them to kill somebody and then they get their circle of validation, who they decide are eminent professors, eminent commentators, eminent whatever, self-proclaimed eminent, who they will then get to sit and play everything down and claim, normalize and basically make it seem as if they had nothing to do with this.
Liberal extremists. Hashtag. One minute. Vivek. Even the recent example. Can I have the volume up, please? Hear the poll back. Vivek, listen.
He was not a leftist.
Vivek, listen to me. The question is not about this individual. You know, when Salman Rushdie was stabbed 10 times in the face, he was stabbed in the neck, he was stabbed in the arm, he was stabbed in the abdomen in New York, right? He lost his vision. Nobody, none of these people, none of the wokes, none of you guys had anything to say. Your attempt was, let's bury the story. Doesn't happen. No, doesn't happen. When the Slovakian Prime Minister was shot because of his pro-Putin, pro-Russia approach, absolutely the entire issue was played down, no coverage in the global media. Mute. But the woke lobby has gone terribly violent. And I read the Hindustan Times today. I don't remember what it was, but it said something like bullet grazes, some ridiculous headline. Sushant, Hindustan Times today said bullet grazes.
No, absolutely.
Bullet grazes Trump's ear.
You have to speak when the same Trump was responsible for Capitol Hill.
There you see.
This man tried to destroy the entire democracy of United States of America.
Trump said,
I don't support this assassination. Violence is wrong. Violence is bad.
He said no
I
violence.
condemn it.
Your
This guy was anti-India.
Stalin are mass
He reduced
murderers.
the visas,
Jyoti
increased
Basu
the
mass
fees of
murderer.
H-1B.
Jyoti Basu concentration camp guard.
Oh, please, nobody is a mass murderer.
Liberal extremists
They
on the top band.
Elections,
And
shouting illogical matches will not win you any medal.
Louder.
Jyoti Basu won elections. The left was winning for 35 years
Sandesh Kali.
because the people loved the left in Bengal.
Sandesh
Mr.
Kali.
Abhijit Iyer Mitra, you support Capitol Hill?